What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy-to-use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto. It's Friday. It is Friday, July 17th. What's going on? Good morning or good afternoon. Good morning to the west. Good afternoon to the east. What's going on? Episode 749. I already see. I'm looking at the comments already. There's already a fan in here. There's a fan in here already. You know, I thought about this. Let me get this out of the way. Shout out to Midnight. Midnight is the title sponsor of the show. We shall go into Midnight City today. We shall go into Midnight City today. That's right. We'll play around in Midnight City. Also, Polymarket is the official prediction market sponsor of the breakdown. And we'll look at what they have in terms of percentage of this Clarity Act being passed. These guys are crazy, man. These politicians are really crazy not passing the Clarity Act, man. This is crazy. Look, and I'll get into that because I'm gonna fucking go into a whole rant and shit. Cake Wallet. Shout out to Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet is also a sponsor of the show. Guys, do yourselves a favor. Vic and that team also have created Radar Chat. Okay? Radar Chat is dope, encrypted conversations where you can actually also send Bitcoin. Send stats to people. I'm still waiting for somebody to send me a Bitcoin or two. I don't know. I'm putting it out there. That person knows his name. Want to give a shout out to everybody tuning in from all the social media channels that we go ahead and stream to. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. All right. It's Friday, man. Recapping. I got to tell you, man, I made a post. And I swear to God, I nailed it. I 100% nailed it. Let's go ahead and bring it down here. Hold on. Let me bring it down here. We'll bring it down here. One post I put out today was, I think some of you are about to get left behind again, not because you're dumb, because you're looking at the wrong shit. And I totally believe that. 100% believe that. Damn, I'm fucking sexy. Sorry, Tourette. I also stated yesterday, some of you would make more money if you stop touching your portfolio. Do agree. I think we all agree. Some of you guys need to just fucking have your phones taken away and your hands tied behind your backs, because like you guys are absolutely generational welfare. Okay? Like you guys do not know, you believe in nothing. Let's keep going. And this is the last one. I said, so people sold their Solana memes to chase memes on Robinhood's chain, and then they're selling those at a loss to chase memes on Base. And we haven't even entered the bull market yet. And it's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't even entered the bull market yet. What's next? You guys are going to be chasing memes on AVAX? On fucking Chainlink, maybe fucking Polkadot, Kusama. What's next? Where you going next? You guys are gonna be broke before the bull run actually gets fucking ramped up and on its goddamn way. Holy shit! I'm watching this. I'm like, listen. If you got money on the side. If you got money on the side and you want to play around, fine, I get that. Look, you got money, you got 10, 15% liquid on the side, you want to go ahead and throw it here and here, and it doesn't take away from your conviction place, no problem. That's fucking dope. That's good. You gave yourself the ability to take chances. But motherfuckers selling their conviction place to chase on every chain. I mean, goddamn, we must. I want somebody to show me their fucking P&Ls right now. Because if you are at 50K, you're probably at 20. You're probably praying to Jesus right now. Terrible. It is terrible, bro. And you got Brian. Brian's jumping into the game. Coinbase, that's who I'm talking about. Brian Armstrong, he's jumping into the game. It's obvious that Jesse, when he stepped away from Base app and Kobe takes over, I'm sure the conversation was, bro, you got to change your fucking PFP and just make it memeable. And that's what he did. So now there's a fight. Robinhood, Vlad, Robinhood versus Brian, Base, Coinbase. At least it's Ethereum based. For anybody holding Ethereum, maybe that gives you some sort of hope. Because that hope ain't gonna come from Tom Lee or Vitalik. Vitalik's sleeping, or I don't know what the fuck he's doing, honestly speaking. I don't even want to joke on it no more. I don't know what he's doing. I have absolutely no clue where he is. He's definitely not. Here's a guy who has an opportunity to come out right now. I'm thinking about this out loud. Here's Vitalik, Mr. Dog, robotic dog sniffer himself, who has a chance to come out and change his PFP to something memeable and just say, you know what? I'm going to embrace the meme. He ain't going to do it because he don't understand culture. Sorry, I started reading. But forgetting Vitalik here and what Vitalik can do, you do have Solana, Robinhood, and Base. And you can say, obviously, Ethereum, you have whatever. We're going to have, I really believe this, we're going to have an epic meme summer, fall, winter. I don't know. I think it goes on for a few months. We're going to have a absolute phenomenal meme economy 4.0. For some reason, I think there will be multiple runners at the same time, and it won't be rotationals. Okay. Now somebody's going to say, hold on, people are going to rotate. Like I said, again, we'll have multiple runners running at the same time into the multi-millions. That's all I'm saying. Will people rotate out and chase something else that pops off? 100%. But I'm saying I think we'll see a few runners run. I would not be surprised if Dogecoin also breaks its all-time high, if Shiba Inu comes back, because people like to wear throwback uniforms, right? So think of it that way. People like to go wear throwback jerseys and shit. I see the same thing for those memes. I see the same thing for Doge and Shiba Inu. I see the same thing for Pepe. You can say it's a throwback. Some people will be shocked by me saying this shit. But with everything that's come out right now, Pepe's falling back. Let's keep it 100. I had Pepe, but it's falling back. Who's talking about Pepe? Respectfully. And that's not me fucking fudding it. I'm just saying who's talking about it. Where are the spaces about Pepe? They no longer exist. Nobody's holding spaces about Pepe. I'm going to tell you, Pepe had a real fucking good chance, even with all the fuckery, to really fucking hit like a $30 to $50 billion market cap. If everybody would have just continued pushing, having those community. Nope. I think everybody in Pepe just decided to just sit back and relax. You can't relax. People forget about you and move on to the next thing. I'm not saying Pepe's not going to come back. I'm just telling you, you can't sit back and relax. Where are the spaces? Where are the conversations? I'm going to actually do some research on Pepe. And I want to see if people are still making videos, if people are still doing YouTube videos about it. I want to see how many spaces have been held since its peak on X, formerly known as Twitter. I want to see. I think the big play will be the biggest plays will be on Solana, and also shit. I might have to put Base into the equation right now. And this is crazy because you know what I already said about Base. This is crazy. Now I'm fucking actually thinking. Could Base make a comeback? Could be. You know what? The only way Base can make a comeback is if Robinhood fumbles. That's the way I'll look at that. Solana's in its own lane. I think Solana is like a few steps ahead of everybody, but people won't acknowledge that. But Robinhood fails only if it drops the ball and allows Base to come back in. Because right now everybody's, it's exciting. Oh, Brian Armstrong, he changed his PFP. Da, 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 da. Okay, that's good for a few days, and then what? And then what? You might have people in crypto that say, let's rally behind crypto protocols instead of institutional ones. I'm just saying, well, hold on. And there's also been news with crypto.com, with Citadel investing money into them as well. That's big fucking. That was what? I think it was like, what was it? I think it was like what was it? Hold on, let me look real quick. What the fuck was it? How much did I invest yesterday into that? $400 million Citadel invested into crypto.com. It's funny. Robinhood's in bed with Citadel, and now you have crypto.com who's also in bed with them. So this is going to be, I gotta say, like, if you're not able on this next run up, if you're not able to actually make Jenny here, you need to go back to CVS or to Sam's Club, Costco, BJ's. You need to be, asking people whether or not they have a membership, because I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Welcome to the breakdown. Welcome to the breakdown. Yeah, ETFs are basically a thing of the past and stuff. Because I see somebody saying, "Oh, well, somebody applied for an ETF." Well, great. That used to be a thing 2 years ago. Like, oh man, ETF, exciting. That's not bullish anymore. It's not bullish. I promise you. I know you want to think it's bullish, but it's not bullish. It's not. I don't get excited about, I absolutely do not get excited about somebody having a meme, which applies for anything. I don't care. Though, shout out to Van Eck with the meme index. I want to see what they do with that. Listen, charts are still bearish, but the vibes are bullish. And that's all that matters. So you have that opportunity to front run the fucking market. We talked about it. I yelled about it. I think it was yesterday. Was it? No, I yelled about it 2 days ago. So you either go ahead and do something and put yourself in a position of winning, or fucking watch everybody else win and complain. Because that's what a lot of you motherfuckers are doing anyway. A lot of you motherfuckers are doing that anyway. By the way, Leonidas will be on the breakdown next week. I've been talking to a few people to get them on to the show to chat it up, have conversations about, obviously, crypto. And particularly, I'm focused right now on the memes, because I said that all these chains need to look into hiring the head of culture, the head of memes, in order to be relevant. Because right now, you got 95,000 fucking chains, but nobody knows about you. Nobody cares about you. Nobody's building on you, regardless of how good your tech is. Algorand, you need a head of memes. You need a head of culture. Okay, like I will go ahead and talk about Near Protocol, head of memes, head of culture. You need these things. You might not like memes, but yet all these people meme. You know what's funny? When people say, yo, I hate memes, meanwhile they meme. You don't understand culture, you don't get it. And y'all will get left behind. You will get left behind. 100%, make no doubt about it. Your chains will no longer exist if you do not take this seriously and bring in people that actually know the culture. You're done. You're cooked. Nobody cares about what programming language you use to go ahead and create your goddamn blockchain. Okay, like nobody gives a fuck. I am telling you what the people are saying. They don't give a fuck. They're not interested. They hardly speak English. You think they give a fuck about your coding? Nobody gives a fuck about the coding. Nobody fucking gives about your fucking 51%. Nobody gives a fuck about anything. They don't know 0101. Nobody knows anything. Sorry, I got excited. I got excited there. By the way, Usman also drinks Mountain Valley water because I saw him at the press conference yesterday. And by the way, a stat came out. Sentiment and conversation is up 87% on Dogecoin. I'm going to say that again. It's up 87% on all social media platforms, Dogecoin. It's leading, and nobody's saying your algorithm is not catching Dogecoin. Just remember that. Whatever you're talking about on the algorithm, whatever you're clicking on, that's what you're going to see. If you talk about Dogecoin, you will see people talking about Dogecoin. Remember this. It will come through on your timeline. There are people talking about Dogecoin. I'm bullish when people start talking about Dogecoin because Dogecoin, you might not like hearing this, but usually has something to do with starting something. So I am happy to see that. Again, opportunities for everybody. No excuses. Zero. You have no excuse. You have no excuse. I also want to touch on people say, so it's funny. If you don't have a brand, or you think you have a brand, no. Actually, no. Let's do it this way. For those who have a brand, who have built, I have no problem at all. And I think they should do something in terms of growing out their audience. So what better way to do that than to tokenize yourself? So when people talk about creator tokens, which Jesse tried to do and he failed horribly on base, when people talk about creator tokens, let people have whatever the fuck they... If somebody built a brand and they want to expand it within crypto, good for you. It's only the people that are sitting on the sidelines that, like, I don't even know what the fuck they're doing here, that will criticize and critique people and say, oh my God, they're grifting. What are you talking about? Do you know how stupid that sounds? That's like saying that Michael Jordan is grifting by having a fucking shoe or a sneaker company. Do you understand? Like, Michael Jordan is in sports, right? Michael Jordan is a basketball player, a former basketball player, Hall of Famer, okay? He played basketball. Nike made him sneakers. Then he got his own brand. To say, you're basically essentially saying that Michael Jordan is grifting within his industry. I hope you guys understand how stupid this sounds, even to the normal individual just sitting back and looking. That's like saying that fucking 50 Cent is a grifter. It's like saying everybody who attends an event and gets free stuff is a grifter. I'm just saying, you guys are absolute. So anyway, I don't give a Landy, I don't care if you don't like this argument. This is my point of view. This is the perfect thing. I want to say this. I don't care about anybody's arguments. I have my own opinion, just like everybody else has their own opinion. I am all for people making, go for it. If you have a brand and you want to expand it, I talked about this at conferences. Tokenization, 2020, I said tokenization is going to be huge. You want to tokenize yourself? You want to tokenize your brand? You want to do it? Go for it. Do it. I'm not gonna hate on it. I will not hate on it. Y'all sitting back hoping and praying. Like, for instance, look at Ansem. And I don't know why I keep bringing him up, but it's the talk right now, right? Look at Ansem. He made a creator token, essentially. If you don't like it, don't buy it. If you don't like Ansem, you don't like the token, you don't like what it stands for, don't buy it. It's really simple. Move on. Move on with your day. It doesn't, oh my God, look at this. He didn't airdrop enough people. Motherfucker, it's not your business. At this point, it's a business for him. It's a business. It's his business. He's spreading it out. He had his own audience before Ansem got sent to him, and now he's expanding his audience out. That's it. He's chosen to go that route. Why are we in crypto? If the technology is here and we're not allowed to use it, then there's no need to be here. I'm telling you, I thought about this. If you cannot use the tech here to expand your brand, then there's no reason to be in crypto. Except for, buying Bitcoin and buying like some of the top utility plays here and maybe some memes, but there's no reason. There's no reason to be here. If anything, pack up your bags and just go to Silicon Valley and start making apps. Maybe just that's how I'm thinking. There is no reason, if people are going to criticize shit, there's no reason to be here. If our own industry is not going to allow people to go ahead and use the tech to build out their brands, there's no reason to be here. There's no incentive to be here. Zero. Nada. I'm telling you, there is zero. It's the same you know what? People are going to push back on me on this topic the same way they pushed back on me when I went and talked about Dogecoin. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. At this point, I'm calling it as it is. I don't personally give a fuck if somebody creates a fucking token. If they're doing it the right way and for the right fucking reasons, go for it. Do what the fuck you want to do. Welcome to the breakdown. Episode 749. I'm in one of those moods. I'm in one of those moods where it's just like, I'm gonna call it how it is. Y'all don't like it, too bad. I don't know. And I'm gonna buy some today. I'm gonna buy something. I'm gonna buy something if it's interesting. I'm gonna buy something if it's interesting. I will, I promise. I bought Troll and Bobo yesterday. One Troll and one Bobo. That's what I bought yesterday. That's right. That's right. That's all I bought yesterday. And I'll look to see if there's something fresh to go ahead and look at today. I'll look to go ahead and see. Patience is my game. Patience is my game. What the fuck is going on in the chat? Hold on. Let me see if TikTok's still out here. Let's see. Let me see if TikTok. The fuck is this, man? All right, TikTok's still available. 73 people right now. Hold on, 75. We're gonna go. TikTok, what up? Yo, can somebody take Elvis out the room, bro? Can somebody take their brother back into the basement, man, please? Can somebody really just... Shout out to TikTok. TikTok, it's going to be great. Bull season is going to come back. I'm going to be on here for the first time, because I haven't been on here during a bull run. Okay, I haven't been on TikTok during a bull run. So now I'm going to be here. I'll be making content. I'll be making videos. I'm not going to sell you an ebook. We'll have a lot of fun. We're going to look at all these plays. We're going to see where we get in, where we get out. Holy shit, we're going to have a great time. tell your friends, like I said, tell your grandparents, tell your parents. Tell them. Tell them. Tell them. You know, I love when people say, I have a huge community. I just put it out there. I'm buying memes. Let me know what memes I kind of should buy. You should be in the comments right now. Y'all should be resharing this space with your community. Since you guys say you have like a big ass community, you should be talking in your TGs right now, in your Discord. You should be saying, yo, D is on live right now on the breakdown, and he's talking about he could potentially buy something, and you are absolutely sitting here and doing absolutely nothing. A lot of you guys do not know how to bull post. I've watched some of you guys bull post. You don't know how to bull post. You don't know how to bag work. If you feel like you're doing it, this message is literally not directed at you. Okay? If you are bag working, if you are out there every single day, you're talking to people, you're on your game, this message does not apply to you. Welcome to the breakdown. Grow out my hair longer, grow out the beard. I'm just working out. And I want to have that Sylvester Stallone, Rocky look, Rocky 4. There's no easy way out. That shit. Anyway, we got Landy in the back. Bring Landy on here for 20. Oh, actually, today's Friday, so he'll be battling Rob Nelson. Rob Nelson will be on here, and I'm not gonna let Rob Nelson talk today. I'm just fuck with him the entire show. I will fuck around with Rob Nelson. What's going on, Landy?
How you doing, David?
I'm good, man. I am fired up today. It's Friday. I'm feeling good. Though I would feel better if fucking Canada would stop smoking trees, okay, and sending this shit in my direction.
Hey, once every 5 years, they got to make sure that they blanket the entire
It's
Northeast.
every year. It's not once every 5 years. It's every year. Actually, no. It was 2 years ago too.
Was it 2 years ago?
2 years
I thought
ago.
the bigger one was like 5 years ago.
That was another time.
Yeah,
bro, literally, it's supposed to be 95 and sunny as hell, and you walk out here right now and it's fucking foggy. Yesterday it looked like Armageddon.
I heard. Yeah, I've heard.
It's crazy. I think there are people that are saying from Canada that it is hell. Like it's the worst that they've ever seen it.
Yeah,
so it's blanketing the Northeast. I'll tell you right now. And you know what? If you are not a healthy individual, seriously, all bullshit aside, if you are not a healthy individual, if you're not exercising, you should stay home. If you got asthma, you should stay home. Like, because that air is thick. Okay? Like, oh, man, I was about to say something, but I don't want to get fucked. I was about to say something. Y'all know what I want to say. Like a chick. Tourette. I'm blaming it on Tourette. I don't know if I got it. I'm just saying. Could be.
How are my shit posts going to be outperforming my analysis videos? Man, that's speaking of.
Yo, Chicago got it bad. So Chicago is really getting it bad. Like that, the entire Rust Belt is getting it bad.
Yeah.
The AQI was something like fucking 600. It's wild. It's like Chicago, you go outside, it's like smoking like 3 packs of fucking cigarettes. In New York, it's like 1 pack. So
yeah, they're getting.
We're using those analogies to tell you how bad the weather is.
Yeah,
or how bad the air quality. Excuse me.
You know, and that's funny when it's worse out there for you, and I'm out on the West Coast where typically we have fires that are constantly going and horrible forest management policies, and yet we have yet to, at least, well, it's election season, so we'll probably not see too many fires until election day.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird to watch how y'all are getting Canada's poor forest management policies impacting all of like the Northeast.
It's
It's kind of wild to
crazy.
watch.
It is fucking nuts, man. Like, honestly, Canada owes us a week of summer. Yo, Canada, like, because this entire week was supposed to be sunny. Fucking
Man.
Canada ruined everything, man. Trump was right. Fuck, I don't give a fuck what you. And we're gonna talk about Trump's speech, man. I'm gonna have to get on my boy. You know, I'm gonna have to go ahead and say what I gotta say about that. I know Landy's not gonna be too happy with that, but I gotta keep it 100. And I'm not a Democrat. I'm
Have
a
you
proud
gone?
Republican. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Have you gone through any of the documents yet?
No. It has nothing to do with the. So I'm gonna say I'm actually happy he's taking the first steps to officially, call out the deep state and shit. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with everything when it comes to that. I think number one, there are certain people we call panicans, right? But there's some truth to what some people said yesterday. If you know this happened and you know who the people are, arrest them. Because if you're not going to arrest anybody, then this is a moot point.
Well,
no, I'm being.
I have
serious.
to push back on that. You have to, because politically, it's not going to work. Politically, it's not going to work. You have to make.
Then don't come out with that
the
speech.
American people.
Then don't say it, Landy. Don't come out with that.
This is laying the groundwork and putting the documents out to lay out the case for it, and to apply pressure to Congress to pass the SAVE Act, which I think that they're not going to do. But
they're not going to pass the SAVE Act. We already know that. Nobody's passing because basically we got a bunch of corrupt people in fucking Congress.
Yeah.
And they're owned by whoever. Okay. So we know that shit ain't getting passed. All I'm saying is here, if Trump wants to do something, and this is not to win back the crowd, this is for the American people. Forget about the crowd. Forget about winning over the haters. This is not what I'm talking about. When you read these documents and it is true that these things happen, then people need to be arrested.
You can't just jump to that before you make the case to the American people.
If you have evidence, you're not listening to what I'm saying. If you have evidence of election interference and you have names of people that were involved,
okay,
there's no waiting.
This argument is a terrible tactical error to just go and say, because we have the evidence, we arrest people, because you have to present that case to the American people. You can't just go and arrest people.
Landy, I'm gonna simplify.
It's not going to work from a political or even, how the situation already is in the United States.
What did Trump get? What happened with Trump?
But they made the case for years. They made the case for years before they went after and did any of it.
No.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Well, you know what? Trump, then I'm going to hit you right back.
It wasn't until 2024.
Trump has made 6 years. 6 years he's made a case.
We didn't have the evidence.
Now we do. So there's no excuse. Arrest people.
And okay, so just like with the stuff that happened in Iran, it's like, people said, oh, we should have blockaded them before we bombed them. No, because then you begin getting hit with every single Shahed warhead carrying drone and every missile on the fleet trying to blockade the port. No, you wipe them out first and then you blockade, because then you lower the risk vector for attack. And that's laying the groundwork. If you can't understand where this is going, then you're blinding yourself. He's laying the groundwork for, if Congress doesn't pass the SAVE Act, you know what's going to happen next. He will take executive action to secure the elections, and then people are going to hate it. So if you don't make the actual case now to the American people that this is here's the evidence of what is happening, Congress is inept and not passing the SAVE Act, Now, therefore, I have to take action. You can see this through line. It's going to go straight through to him taking some sort of executive action because you know for a fact that Congress isn't going to pass the SAVE Act. Now, the outlier situation would be they do.
Are you not hearing what I'm saying, Puppet?
No, I think that you are delusional in this regard.
No,
I'm
you don't
sorry.
hear what I'm saying at all. Replay the fucking show right now.
Bro, I listened to exactly what you said, and it
If
does not
we
make
have
sense to do
evidence,
that
if we have evidence of
right off the
people,
bat.
if we have we have
What if
evidence.
somebody's arrested today? Are
Good.
you gonna still be singing the same tune?
No, you're not
Okay,
listening.
what did you want him to arrest people at the press conference? Like, what do you want
No,
from
you're
him?
not hearing what I'm saying. You see, like I'm not that type of panicking at all. I'm not a panicking at all.
I don't know. It sounds like a little bit of panic over
No,
here.
he said it at the press conference today or this week or two, like at least 2 weeks from now. There should be an arrest. Hey, this person was involved with XYZ, or this reporter.
No, this is how
was
you do it the
involved.
wrong way. That's how you do
Nah,
it the wrong way, is
no,
not
no.
going through the proper process, and it's not going to hold up in court. I'm telling you.
Hold on. If somebody stole, if you know somebody stole your goddamn radio, right?
Yeah,
Hold
you
on.
know how many judges go on the and make the
Hold
case
on.
that it was politicized to throw it out?
I'm just saying.
This
If
administration
Trump
has
takes,
way more time in the courts than you
you're not
do.
listening to me. You're not listening to me.
Because
not
this is
hearing
a
me out.
nonsense argument. This is
It's
a
not,
panicking
because
argument.
Trump
This is a
shows-
QAnon argument. They're going to arrest them all. They should have arrested them all. Why don't we arrest them all?
Arrest anybody that legit.
You
played
have
any
to
part.
make the case to the American people and show them the proof before you take the action.
You
If
gave me the
don't do
proof
it, you're
yesterday.
screwed.
You showed me the proof yesterday, all right?
And you know what's going to happen, David, is if they went and they didn't show the proof and they just went to arrest and then try to show the proof later, every single judge would put under lock and key so the media wouldn't have access. Nobody would ever see. They'd shut the courtroom down. You'd never see any of the evidence. And then the media would spin it into an attack on democracy and all this other bullshit. You know exactly what the tactics are, David. So do these people that are putting this kind of narrative out there. It's destructive. It's done the right way. If you lay the case out and you make a good case to the American people, then you can actually take the actions and you can see the through line of where this is going right now. This is presenting the case, putting pressure on Congress. He directed the Department of Justice to start taking action against these individuals and utilizing the evidence as they're still gathering the evidence. We've had so many people within the government. Why do you think there's been so many changes at the top? Because people were holding the information back the entire time. That's the whole point, is those people who are holding that information back need to be prosecuted, and they're just now getting that evidence gathered. They have to present it to the American people. It's probably not ready for the courts.
Landy, I'm going to agree to disagree with you. Because if I was the president of the United States of America and I had information,
you'd be called a dictator immediately.
I don't give a fuck. And I'll be proud.
The public would turn against you.
I'd be proud to have that fucking label put on me. Because if somebody, if I go out there, first of all, if I'm giving a press conference and I'm telling everybody, and I have proof and I'm showing you there was election interference, as the leader of this country, I think people will respect the fact that I'm going after these individuals who are meddling in it.
This is the same argument that people had when we were.
It's the same argument from the woke right or left. I'm telling you, as just like, forget about party affiliation. If we know who stole my bicycle, we're getting them. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not doing any.
And you know what?
I'm not playing politics.
We blockaded Venezuela for how long?
Country.
And everybody was freaking out, not going to do anything. Nothing's ever going to happen. And then what happened? We snatched him in the middle of the night when nobody even knew that was going to happen. I am
not saying anything's not going to happen.
You're not you're laying the case out.
You're cutting me off and you start thinking that I'm going the panicking route. I'm not.
No, I'm not saying you're going the panicking route. I'm saying that the base that you were starting from is flawed.
if somebody stole the car and we know who it is, right? Let's get them. And there's due process, right? There's a court system.
That's exactly what's playing out right before your very eyes.
Okay. All I'm saying is, after this speech, it's the first time he's really, hey, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. This is the first time I've heard deep state and it hit me in the chest kind of thing. Okay?
Yeah.
If you know who these, and he smirked. He's like, he basically said, you know who the fuck I'm talking about.
Of course.
Then let's go ahead and make sure we get them. That's it. I'm not saying I want it right now. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if 2 years from now, here he gave a speech and nothing was done, then it was just a political fucking selling point for, the 2026 midterm elections. And it honestly means nothing to me. All these politicians mean nothing to me. Lanny, I'm going to tell you right now, Clarity Act, I don't give a fuck about the Clarity Act.
David?
You can't even pass the Clarity Act. Okay? Like all these politicians that we have currently in office don't want to do anything. Like
he's got to do it all himself.
Okay. All I'm saying is the right and the left really don't give a fuck about the American people right now. And this is something that's going to say, oh my God, he's a Republican. He's a MAGA guy. How can he say that? It's the truth. You're going to give, you know what these people are doing? They're going to give these socialists every opportunity to take over this fucking country. I don't think the likelihood of it happening is slim right now.
No, there's just carve out enclaves.
I'm telling you, man, Republicans, Democrats, I don't think they you know what it is? It's kind of like when people took Trump as a joke, as a candidate. I'm going to use that now. When Trump ran for president, nobody took it seriously. Not a single person took it seriously until it became serious. And that's how I'm looking at the Socialist Party. Nobody's taking them seriously because they're like, they're only in New York. New York is a blue state and they're crazy. Yeah, and that's probably right. Like these liberals are like absolutely what. But then it starts slowly. It goes into Jersey and then it goes into Virginia and it slowly starts to spread out. I'm not saying tomorrow. I'm saying 10 years from now. Because the Republicans and the Democrats are way too busy saying, no, we're not going to do this. No, we're not going to do this. Why? Because we don't like him. They're not passing shit because of Trump. The Clarity Act ain't passing because of Trump. And you know what? The one thing that fucking, Charles did say that's right, and a lot of people are saying it, is because the Trump token. Because if Trump doesn't come out with that token, they're passing the Clarity Act. And then he should have came out with that token. Which, listen, I don't even have a problem with the goddamn token. But the Democrats who are anti-crypto, Senator Warren, anti-crypto.
They would have used a different narrative. It would have been some sort of a different narrative.
No, I don't think
they ever had any interest in passing it.
It would have been easier to pass the Clarity Act 100% if he didn't have.
Yeah, but your hindsight is 2020ing it. It would have been a different issue. It would have just been this is the reason why. It just wouldn't have been that.
But if it would have been, so whatever that issue would have been, I think there would have been an ability to go ahead and pass it versus Trump made a token. And you know how they always go after him. Look at his family, $1.1 billion made in crypto. They're using that to stall this shit out.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's an attack vector. It's an unneeded, it's an unforced error because it becomes an attack vector centered around him as a personality and person. But what I'm saying is that if you're in the Beltway, you understand that there was very little chance, no matter what, they were just looking for the vector that they were going to use to attack it.
Listen,
and shut it down.
The banks are in their pockets. There's a lot that goes on, and we know. But that Trump token really, you said it, many people have said it, unforced error. 100%. Because he could have waited, passed the Clarity Act, boom, come out with it. But listen, Why does Trump? But from one standpoint, and it's not me hating on Trump. I love Trump. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. But I can be critical of him, which I am like 5 to 10% of the time. I'm like, I don't like this. But Trump's made his money. He don't give a fuck. But that's the truth. Like he made, and God bless him. It's capitalism, and you should make money off your brand too. So he made $1.1 billion. Good for him. Good for him. Like I don't. Good.
Look, back to the original subject. I think that it's very important.
Landy don't like this subject, but it is
No,
what it is.
because
Landy. It is
because it's not going to pass. Like it's a non-starter issue with me. It's like
No, but
BIP
do you
110.
care
It's not
if-
going to pass.
No, but I'm saying, do you care if Trump made $1.1 billion in crypto?
No, and that's not even what they made. That's what they transferred.
I'm just saying, do you care if they made money in crypto?
No, I don't give a shit. That's where
I
we
don't
all
either.
want. We all want people to make money in crypto and use blockchain and cryptocurrencies. I don't give a shit. It's literally a non-starter issue. I've argued this for a
Do you
very
care
long
if
time.
Obama or Joe Biden made money in
No,
crypto?
go ahead,
Or-
do it. Have fun. I don't care. People
No,
are
but
going
if
to
they were in
invest their
office,
money.
would you care?
No, not really.
Do you
I
feel?
mean,
Do you think
would
that
I
if
use
you're
it as
president of
an
the United
attack
States of America-
vector like they do to Trump? Sure. I'm petty. I'm petty as fuck.
No,
But
but I'm saying, like, let's say it was Obama or Joe Biden. Let's say Obama because let's say Obama. Let's say no, we could say Joe Biden or Obama. Let's say if they came out with their own token,
fine.
would you give a
Don't really
fuck?
care. No.
Before Trump did, I'm talking
Like
about
the
before.
no, see, if they were gonna do that, where I would have legitimate issues with it is if they were gonna do that and then try to restrict the rest of the people here in the United States in the ways that they were trying to do under Choke Point 2.0, right? So that's where the criticism would come in, like in earnest. Would I be an absolute asshole about it? Absolutely, just like the left
100%.
is, because I'm
But you see
I'm,
that
I'm politically
Landy,
motivated.
as the next president of the United States of America, which I believe I will be. Now, I'm not saying in 2028. I'm probably looking
It's
more
okay.
into. I'm looking into the 30s, maybe 40s kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
We have to, like, at some point we do have to unify the country. Like yesterday,
No.
as I was listening to
No,
Trump's
we do not.
speech.
We have to destroy the other side.
Okay.
That's how we unify. Get rid of them.
Okay. Let me say something.
Deport them all.
Listening to Trump speak yesterday. A lot of
but
things he said.
before you go, what I DM'd you, that is the freaking narrative. Instead of talking about what he talked about and trying to pick it apart, the narrative is Donald Trump sick?
No, I
Is
don't give a fuck.
Is he
I don't give a
healthy?
fuck about
That's exactly what they went
Yeah.
with.
Those are the panicans and the left and the woke left and the woke right. I don't give a fuck about what they say about that.
Oh, Jim Carrey is Trump now, by the way. He's playing
Who?
Trump this time. Jim Carrey, he's wearing a Trump suit like he was wearing a Biden suit last time. You remember the whole conspiracy that
Got it.
yeah.
No,
Well,
I
now
wanna
it's
say
now
that-
it's kicking up. I don't know if it's memed or if they're being honest and like really trying to push that as a conspiracy theory, but it is funny.
he went back and forth. Like, so the thing that caught me, like as I was watching, was just like the radical lefts, right? He said the radical lefts, and then he said unite the country. You can't unite the country when you're bashing the radical lefts, because there is a good amount of people that support the radical left. So like there has to be a way
Nah.
that you get across that I want to unify without dissing the radical left. Like you don't need to do it. Like we know
Yeah, you do.
we
It's a toxic
know-
ideology, and he's not talking about unifying them. He's talking about unifying the majority of the
but
country.
you see how it, like I'm telling you how it comes off. Okay,
I don't
it
care.
comes off that he's bashing Democrats. Okay, that's
I
how
don't
they
give a
take
shit.
it.
Bash them more.
I know you don't care,
Fuck
but,
them.
but we have 330 million people that live in the United States of America. We need unification. We need to
No,
not be divided
I am
anymore.
not going to
Because we're not,
unify with these complete and utter dirtbags that want to
Landy, listen
destroy
to
our
me for a
country
second
from
before you break
within.
me up. Listen
No,
to what I'm saying.
this is horrible. This is
We don't
I
have
am
a
not going to be
country.
your chief of staff. I'm
We
resigning.
we don't have a first of all, if I'm the president of the United States of America, you talk shit to me, I'm deporting you. So I am worse than Trump. You don't want to vote me in. Okay, like I I am
Oh, but
if I am
David,
the
you want
president
to
of
we
the
need
United States of
unification.
America, you say one word to me, you think Trump's a dictator? I'm gonna show you what dictatorship is. Okay. So, like,
As
me and Trump are not on the same level. I'm coming
your
in.
chief of
What'd you
staff,
say? I
we are
am
going to be the
calling,
division candidates.
bro. I'm calling the president of El Salvador and saying, listen, you got some space in that maximum security cell, bro, because I am sending motherfuckers right over to you. And you guys can go ahead and fuck around with MS-13 and shit. That's what I'm doing.
Y'all are getting denaturalized. Peace.
I'm taking away passports. I'm doing, you don't this, yo, motherfuckers. If I hear one person in the Senate or in the House say they're not fucking voting yes, I'm going down there. I'm going to put on Pampers and I'm gonna give a speech in the Senate for 26 hours. I'm beating that. What's that? Who was that was giving that guy speech? Was it Booker? I'll be Booker's fucking talk time. I'll make all of us sit in there until your motherfuckers say yes.
I'll make I'll make alligator Alcatraz look like
You
child's
don't want.
play.
I am. If I were to be president, I'm working for the American people and everybody who loves the United States of America. If I smell that you want to burn a flag, okay, that you hate America, you're gone. And I'm gonna tell you, I did it. I did it, bitch. And I'm deporting your whole family with you. Even if they didn't say shit, I'm deporting them. So you don't want to vote for me, because if you vote for me, then we're gonna bring pride back in America. Okay, I don't give a fuck. You're a Democrat, Republican. We are going to make sure America's first. We're gonna fix these potholes so I don't gotta pay for a new tire. We're gonna make you got a war going out somewhere. There's a war happening. You guys are fighting. Y'all can fight. We ain't supporting it. Fuck you and the military complex also. All this bullshit. We are taking care of our people. We're taking care of our country, and I don't give a fuck. Canada got a problem? I'll show you something. I'm telling you. Look, people want to vote for me already. I am the change that we need.
I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of support for the puppet over here. I'm seeing people roll out for the puppet.
I am so tired of people saying the president can't do nothing. I will execute every single executive order possible. I'll put tax on breathing if you fuck around, find out if you talk shit about me.
Nope. You said the word taxes. It looks like, David, I'm going to be your competition. I'm going to run against you and deport you because you said taxes. And that is not, look, that's not okay.
And no, seriously, like
No.
if I were to become president, I would really, like, if Ukraine calls and they're like, yo, listen, we need your help. And like, it's just like, bro, it's just, these are the type of things I would be doing. And then if they would say, oh my God, the president of the United States of America, President Gottstein, he went ahead and hung up on us when we needed help because we have a war out here. Too bad, bitches. Like, it's not mine. It's not the American people's war.
My attack ads are going to be like, why does President Gottstein not pick up the phone from the president of Ukraine, but he's always picking up the phone for Bibi? That's going to be my attack vector for you. It doesn't have to be true or not. That's what we know in politics now. So this is we're going to start the campaigning
back. You know
now.
how easy I would hit back on this? I got kicked out of the Jewish cabal. I'd have emergency press conference. To the American people, I try to be Jewish, but at every turn, they did not accept me. So these are lies coming out from Landy and their little administration here.
You can't trust the
campaign
Gottstein.
managers.
You can't trust the Gottstein. He's got Steen in his last name. You can't trust him. He's working with Bibi Netanyahu. He has clearly been taking payments from Qatar. It's BB's money being laundered through Qatar right to David's account. He's been paying off multiple women using his lawyer. We're gonna get him on 45 or 48 counts.
Yo,
Of
do you
felonies.
really want me to say what I want to say right now? Because if they're like, yo, like D had like sex with a porn star, like
Well, look,
I would hit back.
I
Like,
know
would
that
you
it's
not?
in your book. It's in your books. I've referenced all of the books of the Jewish
Yo, I would.
cabal to lie to the American people and say that you're not working for the Jewish cabal.
Oh my, yeah. I'm just telling you, like, somebody comes out, I'd be like, absolutely. I do
David,
not
what
work for
were
the
you
Jewish
doing
First-
on that island anyway?
First of all,
Simple
First of
question.
all, which island?
Gonna-
Aruba? What you talking about? What the fuck? You
How
talking
long?
about?
How far back does your relationship with Epstein go? I know that you guys worked together at Mossad, but you know, were you the one that got him in?
I actually think Israel would hate me. I would obviously stand by Israel, but like, and you know, their right to exist, but Bibi would hate me.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna play back every clip of you speaking Russian on this show.
But
And
that's
just
Russian. Like,
no,
so
no,
what?
no, no.
I'm not
Because I'm
speaking Hebrew.
renewing the Cold War. I'm renewing the Cold War. That is
I
exactly
would.
what I'm gonna do.
I would actually have. I would have a real relationship with Putin.
David Gokhshtein, bought and paid for by Russia. You heard it here first, folks.
If I can bring gas prices down, if I can bring the cost of food down, if I can go ahead and just bring down inflation, if I can, like, I mean, taxes, lower taxes, make it fair for everybody, I'll incentivize our entrepreneurs to continue to create and not fucking smack them upside the head because they're successful. I think people would fuck with me. Get 42 million people off of fucking SNAP benefits. If I did some house clean, I think people would be, oh shit, this motherfucker's encouraging me to be healthy, to eat healthy, to exercise, to run the marathon. He's smacking around countries. He went over to China and said, "Bow! Xi Jinping! What are you talking about here?"
David
You don't wanna
Gokhshtein
you don't
wants
wanna
to take
pass-
away your McDonald's, and I'm a big fan of McDonald's. I love McDonald's. McDonald's is the greatest fast food restaurant in the world, and David Gokhshtein wants to take it away from you.
Celebrate
He's
our
bought and paid
military.
for by Vladimir Putin. He's a Putin puppet.
What the fuck is going on here?
He's part of the Jewish cabal. He helped Jeffrey Epstein get connections with the CIA when he was working for the Mossad.
This guy's crazy, bro.
David Gokhshtein just wants to launch meme coins and collect all the money when he's in office. Vote for the Bitcoin puppet because the Bitcoin puppet will actually implement the Bitcoin standard, will actually break the system,
You know what I would do to you,
and
fucking
bring the deep state to heel.
You know what I would do to
And
Bitcoin
David
Mac?
Gokhshtein is the deep state heel.
Yo, you know what I'd actually do? Instead of making Bitcoin sound money, I'd make some random shitcoin sound money and just fucking piss y'all off.
You heard it here first. David Gokhshtein doesn't carry water for Bitcoin. He wants to eliminate Bitcoin. He wants to centralize every network and control all your money. He doesn't want you to have any sovereignty. He said, no more dog mode nodes. So the dog army is out. That is my base. Please get out there and run your dog mode nodes and make sure that you are buying up as much dog as you possibly can and own as much Bitcoin as you can before David Gokhshtein tries to stick his Jewish hands in your pocket and take all of your money.
What the fuck is going on? Yo, listen. At least I can drink water from a bottle or a cup, okay? We'd have a president that is able to lift the cup and bottle, okay? That's number one.
David Goxstein, sponsored by Big Water. Water
ever
is
seen
free,
Trump?
folks. Water
You
is
ever
free,
seen
but
Trump
here
fucking
David
trying
is
to
trying to
drink?
shill you water. He wants you to buy
Have you ever
expensive
seen Trump
artisan
trying to
waters.
drink water? I love Trump.
I'm
but
gonna make
have you
water
ever
free
seen him?
again. You're gonna have the greatest water ever. It's gonna be huge.
All right, can I speak, bro?
David's a panicking. Look at him
I'm
over there
definitely
shaking like
not
a
a
leaf.
Vatican. You know what it is? I want to
We
see
just
our
announced
country.
that we're going after the deep
Motherfucker.
state, and here David is. Why aren't all the deep state actors arrested yet?
Ladies, oh, sorry. It looks like Landy lost his connection here. Wow, he left after that. He left? Why would Landy leave? Why would Landy leave? Oh my God. As the president of the United States of America, I promise you guys, we would lower taxes, okay? And none of these Democrats or Republicans would get in the way. We would figure out how people can actually have good health care. 100%. Because sending all that money to all these other countries, yet our people are out here, you know, like they fucking paying like $9,000 for a fucking visit. That's crazy. Meanwhile, you got illegals here that go into a hospital and we're footing the bill. We cut that off, okay? I know Landy wants that. The little puppet wants that shit, but his puppet ass, along with everybody else, gets thrown right out. Thrown right out the country. The people of the United States of America should not be paying for anybody else's medical bills. So we got to make that fair. By the way, anybody who talks shit about me, deported instantly. We write that right into law. You talk shit about dictator Goxstein, President Goxstein, you get thrown out. No, we got to get back to an era where like you got Democrats and Republicans like legit. I deported Landy, by the way. Just want to let you know. I told you, you fuck around, you find out. Okay? You want to come on my broadcast, you want to talk shit, I'm going to deport you. Landy, as an example, deported. But real talk, because I know Landy's not going to let me talk. So he can talk outside of Mexico, or I don't know where they deported him to, outside to Mexico or to Canada. I don't know where he's at. Deported. But the Democrats and Republicans at this point in time, they ain't doing nothing for us, the American people. Like, we voted them in, whether Democrat or Republican, we voted for them to come into office to help us, to give us a better life. And right now, they ain't doing that because they're fighting. They are fighting. And that hurts us. So as president, I would really make America great again. That's right. Welcome to the Breakdown, episode 749. We'll be back right after this commercial break. Fuck that puppet.
What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh, wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy-to-use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto. Welcome back. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. The people of TikTok have spoken. They want me. They want me. A lot of them are writing in Arabic. I have no clue how to read that. Sorry. I don't know how to read that. But welcome back, episode 749. Let's talk memes. Share this live, share this live with people that you love. Okay? Let's bring back the puppet. Hopefully he's on. I'll allow him back into the country. Hello, Landy. Let's.
David Gockstein.
Okay, I guess he's still not learned his lesson. So we are going to continue working this program until Landy understands who runs this motherfucker. Okay? We're going to hopefully. Should we give him another chance? Should we give Landy another chance? You think this is bad? Watch when fucking Rob Nelson comes on here. I will be sending him right to the green room. Like right to the fucking green room, bro. Landy, are you going to be on your best behavior here, or do I have to send you to the green room?
David sent.
Okay, I guess I got to send you to the green room. Anyway, moving on along with the show. We're talking about the Clarity Act and how both sides, they're not going to get this done, okay? They're just not going to get that done. They're not going to pass the SAVE Act. But for some reason, when COVID was around, you had to show ID, right? When we had COVID, you had to show ID. To get into anywhere, you had to have an ID card, a vaccination card, all these things. You imagine? They're like, there's a problem with showing ID to vote for elected officials. Like, that doesn't make sense. I don't give a fuck who you are. Republican, Democrat, Independent, Green Party, no party. That does not make sense. Democrats and Republicans should be absolutely saying, yes, we need to make sure that there's no voter fraud. We need to make sure that people come through with their IDs showing citizenship. It's Jesus Christ. Like, it's simple. I'm gonna try to bring Landy back again. Let's see what happens here. Landy, are you going to be on your best behavior or no?
Mossad assassin.
Okay, so apparently he's still not able to come onto this show and participate on it. Okay. Nobody can say that I haven't tried to give him a chance to come back onto the show. Nobody can ever say I haven't given him an opportunity to come back. But when you act out, when you troll me, when you make up false narratives about me, I'm deporting you. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her. I will do that. I'm a proud American. I love America. I love my country. I love my country. This is the greatest country in the world. If only we found a way to pass a bill. If only we found a way where these people, our elected officials, could pass the Clarity Act. You imagine? I thought it's we the people. I thought it benefits the people. I thought these people represent the people. I thought these people represent the people. They ain't representing me right now. Anyway, I want to buy some crypto, man. Let's buy some. I was thinking about doing a giveaway, but I want to see if I can do a giveaway. I know Elvis is homeless, and I was thinking maybe give him like a brand new fucking mattress and a blanket under that bridge. See, I'm being nice. By the way, let's see if Landy, have you come to your senses? You understand?
David. My friend
This is so stupid, bro.
missed me. They were never going to get me anyway. The Secret Service did an amazing job.
Landy,
We saw all the Egyptian airplanes flying overhead with your little assassins on them, but they couldn't get me.
all right.
They called
Solana
me the
versus
Teflon puppet. You thought you could load my microphone with a bomb, but you still couldn't get me.
You know what's
Don't worry,
funny?
we can pave over this conversation. Freaking dying. I'm sorry. You realize how hard it is to hold my shit together when I'm doing that?
Man, I was holding it in, but all right, let's talk about Solana, Ethereum. Solana.
It was a Full Metal Jacket.
Yo, shut the fuck up already, man. Let me do the fucking show.
It wasn't a soft point, but you missed. Sorry. It's a Friday, bro. What do you expect? Come on. I was
There's a
literally
battle
up-
happening. There's wars happening. Solana versus Ethereum versus
fuck
Robinhood
all that.
versus
Who cares?
Base.
Yeah, whatever. Bear market vibes. Have fun. Just have fun. Buy what you want to buy. It's a bear market. Who the hell cares?
The trenches are destroyed.
No, they're not. The trenches
No,
are
no.
alive and well and happy.
No. What I mean by that is the people running change the people that are running chain to chain,
Uh-huh,
they're getting destroyed, blown up.
well, oh well.
Yo,
History repeats itself.
I'm telling you, there is some idiotic person that had a Pepe position. I'm just giving. I'll give you a little. Their train of thought. You have some cat that was in Pepe, that probably pulled out money from Pepe, went to Solana, got into Troll at the top, then left Troll just now at its bottom to go chase on Robinhood after a cat, and then got destroyed at the cat with the cat, and now they ran back to base. They are, if they have 50 G's, they're down to like $3.88. You better hope that Brian's token goes to fucking $1 trillion market cap. They've blown themselves up in the trenches. Blown themselves up.
The old win play, I call it.
But you know who's making money? Who's making money?
Traders.
It's the protocols.
No, the protocols, yeah, and traders if you're talking about
Correct.
people who aren't actually running projects and infrastructure.
So that's what you're looking at. And that's why I'm saying, like, the best thing you could do right now is, if you have money on the sidelines, if you have liquidity where you don't have to touch any of your assets, go ahead. Go ahead and play around, have fun. But if you're taking out money from positions that are real good positions to chase, you're fucked. That's it. And the only people that are making money are the platforms and the applications. Right now, those are the only people that are making money. And I'm sure some of you got teabagged by Jared from Subway. He met body your ass.
Some folks might have actually gotten teabagged by him.
Yeah, there you go. I was thinking that.
Oh, man.
So,
Look.
and before you came onto the show, I said about the creator token thing, just to keep it very short and simple. If you have a brand and you built your brand within the crypto ecosystem, and we have the tools essentially to where you can build your own niche ecosystem, I don't see anything wrong with that at all. I don't. Like, I think we need to stop hating on people that are trying to create or build their platforms. And if they're using tools within our system, I think it's okay. And I'm talking about none of this is guaranteed to work, because still, even though we're 16, 17 years in, it's not guaranteed to work. Like, you can, even small businesses, you can start a small business and it doesn't work. It's just, there's no traffic, nobody's interested, you're in the wrong spot. It is what it is. But I just feel like if you have a brand and you want to take advantage of the tools that we have here, if you want to build something, if you want to meme, then go for it. Do your thing. Like, I'm not against that. The only people that are probably against that are people that don't have brands and they would just want to call everybody a scammer and a grifter. And that honestly, it's already diluted the word or the words, so they're meaningless. They have no weight to them.
I agree with the scammer grifter. It's applied to everyone and everything at this point, that it has lost all meaning. And also, it doesn't matter. Here's the sad truth and the sad reality about it is the scammers and grifters, the real scammers and grifters, all they do is they remake their image. They go away for a little while. They come back. Once there's green candles again, we get a bull market turn. No one cares, because even the folks that rallied against them want to ride their coattails when the market starts to turn, and they just remake their image into something else. Yeah, and they farm a new audience. That's really all that really happens in this space. It's a sad reality, but it's not unique to crypto, right? It's just very prevalent, right? So that's really what it comes down to. I don't care if people want to launch tokens or attach tokens to their brand or all that kind of stuff. I'm of the opinion that it never ends well, no matter what, no matter how great you are, no matter how good of a job you do, no matter what Ansem does, he's going to be harpooned on the way down, and he'll be lauded and celebrated on the way up, for instance. But he will be absolutely harpooned on the way down.
Because
no matter what.
everything is based on charts, right? It's what I've been talking about. You know, nobody gives a fuck. Most people here don't give a fuck about what's being built or what one's trying to build. They care about market cap and price action. So, yeah, that kind of sucks, 100%. But for me, when I look at it, if somebody's trying to build out their audience, allow them to do so. That's it. Calling somebody like it's the haters that come out, scammer, this grifter, that the motherfucker. What you built that brand? What are you supposed to do? Not utilize the tools within the industry? That's like saying Michael Jordan shouldn't have ever had sneakers.
Well, sneakers are a product.
I get that, but I'm just saying it's just like he's grifting by creating sneakers. You know, and Michael Jordan
Yeah.
also gets this, by the way. Oh, Jordan's milking people. He's pricing these sneakers at $300-$400. People can't afford them, kind of thing. You get what I'm saying? Like he gets
Sure.
that, you know, pushback. But like ultimately, at the end of the day, those sneakers, yeah, they make him a lot of money, but they further elevate his brand.
Yeah. But look,
I don't want to try to compare a product to crypto. Like I get that.
but that's
I
the
understand that.
problem with that type of an analogy, right?
You know
Because it's a
what can you
completely different
use?
space.
What can you use then, man? Like, you know, like
Any kind of a token that is attached is you now have a very variable priced asset
but
that
the
is
but it's the
attached to a
people
brand.
the people are determining the market price of that asset.
Sure. Yeah, no, I agree. Um, but then what value does it add to the holders outside of speculation? Right? So that's actually the key
But Bitcoin
missing
in
piece for
itself is
something like an
speculation.
Ansem or creator tokens, right? Is what is the actual hook outside of speculative price action? And I think that there's still a lot of people experimenting with how that actually fits in, because it has to become, at that point, you have to have something more than just speculation.
Well, it's not a utility.
No, I know, but the problem is that any time that you are, if there's a team, you're already encroaching on some of the ethoses of a meme. You're already starting to violate some of the ethos of a meme as soon as there's a team, as soon as there is, if it's not purely community run, in my opinion, then you are no longer a meme. When you are managing a token as a project, then you are not a meme anymore.
So then Ronald McDonald's not a meme?
What do you mean? Ronald McDonald is not, McDonald's Corporation has not adopted that as.
But people see it as a meme.
Yeah,
It's
but my
used as-
point is they haven't adopted it. It's
Doesn't matter
the
what
community.
matter
No,
what
no,
they
no,
adopt.
no, no, no. Hold
People
on.
that
Hold on.
no. Don't hold on me.
That's not even a good analogy. It's not like McDonald's Corporation is out there telling people that they are associated with or this is
What
part
do
of
you
their
mean?
brand.
They are associated with Ronald McDonald. What are you talking about?
No, they don't have a token associated with them.
I'm not talking about a token. I'm talking about a meme itself.
Yeah, well, you're talking about two different things. A token that is attached to a brand is no longer a meme. As soon as you start to manage it, it's not a meme anymore.
I disagree.
Just because it has cultural relevance in one context, as soon as you take it outside of that context with a token as a brand and you manage it as part of a brand, it's no longer a meme. It's a business.
Everything's a business in crypto.
Memes aren't business.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. All these protocols, what are they?
Memes are cultural.
Forget
They are
about the
not
memes right now.
business.
I'm asking you, what is all these utility projects? What are they?
They're businesses.
Okay.
You have a team that is managing them.
Dogecoin. You don't think Dogecoin's a business?
It is a business. I've always argued that it was a utility token, and it is a utility token. It's got an
You don't
entire
think-
network.
You don't think Shiba Inu is a? You don't think Pepe is?
No,
Is it
Pepe is not a business. There's no
You know,
head of
people use-
Pepe managing Pepe.
People
token.
use Pepe.
But
within their
people are
businesses.
not managing that project as a business
Okay.
attached to
I'm
a
telling
personality
you,
or
man.
a creator.
Okay.
Is Matt Fury managing Pepe the token? No.
Matt Fury sold the well, I mean,
Doesn't
Matt
matter.
Fury got sent
He
$1
is
million
not
and
managing the
sold it.
token. That's my point. It's a
Okay.
true meme.
Okay.
And that's my point. You're literally
You
making
can
my
still,
point.
you can
for
still
me.
have a meme represent. You could still have a meme represent.
Yes,
and it
but
can
if
still
you
be looked
adopt
at-
it as
it
a
can-
business, it's no longer a meme. Pure and simple.
No, you can still have a meme represent your business.
No.
Yes, you can.
No, because it implies that there is some sort of active management. If you're going to incorporate it into your business, then it implies active management, which is no longer a meme. Memes are
Doge
cultural.
is a meme. It's like you say, "Oh no, but it's a utility because you build on it." No, it's a meme still. Like
No,
at the
it's
end of the day,
not.
it's still a meme.
No, it's not.
a
You
meme.
violate
Yes,
the
it
principles of a
is.
meme. No.
It's a fucking meme.
Mm-mm.
With
Nope.
volunteer developers working on it. They
Where's
volunteer
Sikasa?
on it.
Sikasa, get in here.
They literally Dogecoin literally has volunteers working on the project.
Yeah, and it's a utility token that is it's a reward token for a network.
Oh my god.
It's not a meme. It is literally a
It is
blockchain.
100%. It is 100% a meme.
No, I've always argued this. It is not. It's a utility. It's a reward token for utility.
It's a meme. 100%.
That's just wrong. Sorry.
Go look at every single. Go look at CoinMarketCap. Go look at CoinGecko. Go see where it's listed.
No, okay, so when you're on the Doge network, what are you paying? What are you paying, David?
Nothing.
What are you paying when you're utilizing the Doge network?
Bro, like that's the same. That's the same thing. I can make that argument for anything. Doge is a meme. It is a fucking meme that you are now trying to turn into. Like,
No, they
I don't know
literally
what
pitched
where
it
the
as a
fuck they going
meme
with it.
and created a utility network.
They did not make a. They didn't. They never. They just
Really?
created a chain. They
Oh.
forked. They created. Hold on. As a fucking joke to meme the crypto economy.
Uh-huh.
As a joke to meme Bitcoiners.
So that they could make memes utilizing a literal utility token, and that's been my
It's
contention. from
not
the
a
very
utility.
beginning.
Oh my god!
You
gotta be
can
kidding me.
go and do DeFi on Doge. Guess what token you're paying in? Guess what the network fees are paid in?
All right.
It's literally the
You
definition
wanna,
of a
we can
utility
play
token.
semantics. Okay, it's fine.
It's not semantics. It's a
It's
fucking
a
network that
meme.
you can go and
It
use.
is a meme. It is a meme.
It's a
a
fucking
meme.
network that you can go and use.
Okay.
What do you pay your gas fees on the Doge network? Oh, that's right. Dogecoin.
Dogecoin is
Weird.
definitely not classified. You can classify
Hey,
it
guess
as a
what?
utility, but
You
it
know
is
that you can
classified-
mine
It is literally
Dogecoin?
classified as a meme. It has always been classified as a meme, and now it is
And
like
it's
the
not.
first meme which I've talked about for so
Delusional
long.
people
Replay the
decided to
fucking-
classify it as a meme.
replay the. I did. When you
Delusion.
go ahead and replay some of my shows, you'll hear me say it is the first meme that will have things built on it. That's it. But is it a meme? Ultimately, it is a meme.
Sure. Yep. Nobody's actually spending money on power to support the network or anything. Definitely a total meme.
It's a meme that now actually has real utility, which I expect to happen.
Oh.
The same thing. Hold on.
You're
You
crossing
call this
over
something
into
different.
business
It's a meme first, utility second.
Uh-huh. Sure.
With with volunteers working on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know that it's not.
I know this.
There's also people being paid to work on it too. I know them.
No,
because they went over.
No,
Yes,
they don't.
I
They're
know
getting
some of the
paid.
damn teams.
No, I'm in.
You're gonna
the
tell
fucking
me?
chat. What are you talking about? They
I
don't
know
get
the
paid.
teams that are being
The
paid
only-
to build
the
on it.
only thing they've gotten is fucking donations from a Vitalik who is in love with Dogecoin. Do
Wait, I
not,
thought he
please.
hated memes. I thought he hated memes.
I've been a
Isn't that
Doge
weird?
forever.
Vitalik says he hates memes, but he supports Dogecoin.
Go
Isn't
ahead.
that
I will
weird?
go ahead and pull.
Because
You
it's a
want me to pull it
fucking
up for you?
utility.
Do you want me to pull it up for you that he wants to and has supported Dogecoin? The same thing that fucking
Okay.
Elon and his staff said
Guess
about
what the
Dogecoin
point that I
and
just made.
donating.
Acknowledge the point I just made. He says he
It is a
doesn't like
meme.
memes. He
It is a
hates memes,
meme.
and yet he supports Dogecoin. Weird,
meme.
because it's a utility network.
It's a meme. It's a meme.
What kind of network is it, David?
It's a meme.
What kind of network is it
It's a
that
meme
produces that meme coin?
that has a utility feature to it. That's it. It is a meme, though.
Oh.
It is not
Mm.
a business. None of that. Businesses use it like Axe body spray and Slim Jim to go ahead and promote themselves, like AMC did. They used
Literally
Dogecoin to
DeFi
promote
on
their
Dogecoin.
asset. Okay, that's a
Talking about.
utility feature that Dogecoin actually delivered. Was you had companies, Fortune 500 companies, take the meme in order to bring an audience to them. It's a meme.
Well, I guess Bitcoin is a meme too,
It is.
because there's no
It was a
corporation.
meme. Bitcoin was a fucking absolute meme.
Yep. It's not a utility network. It's a
ask
meme.
anybody in the beginning, Bitcoin was a meme. You talked about Bitcoin, people would meme you.
No, memes are very important to Bitcoin, but the network
Bitcoin
is
hates
tangible.
memes. Bitcoin doesn't understand culture. Like at least the current culture versus the old guard,
Okay.
the new culture does not understand memes or culture or anything.
You
They don't want
kidding me?
anything
Have
to
you
do with
not
me.
have you not been online and watched the debates going on
Yeah,
surrounding
I've
the
watched
Bitcoin
them.
network?
That's the old guard versus the new guard.
Yeah.
And then, are you seriously saying that Bitcoiners love memes?
They're not
And
real Bitcoiners. Where are these real Bitcoiners that you speak of? They're all fake ass Bitcoiners, and you know
So
it.
what is Adam Back?
Adam Back is the one helping to support and rally against.
Should I
what
pull
they're
up his
trying to
fucking
do.
tweet? Should I pull up his tweet saying that we got to get ordinals and all this shit off of Bitcoin?
Yeah, what's his position now?
It doesn't matter. I'm talking
it does.
about. I'm showing you that the old guard, right?
The old
The
guard
old
is
guard.
coming around to our side.
But that's because maybe one or two or three of them realize that meme culture is important, and bringing in a youthful culture for an older asset is a good thing.
I think you have an outdated view of what's happening over there, sir.
I don't have an outdated view.
You got jaded from your arguments
have-
with them years
If
ago,
you have
and you've been
18
holding
to
on to it.
35, if you are pushing away to the 18 to 35-year-old crowd, I already said that the fucking marketing and branding absolutely sucks. You're pushing away a demographic that you need and you want buying Bitcoin. Yeah, you're pushing them away.
That's not who's in control of the network right now via consensus.
Doesn't matter. The people that are on these
Yes, it
social
does.
media platforms, the miners are not the loudest.
Why would minors have to be the loudest on social media when they are literally there's consensus on the network allowing for the things that happen on that
Well,
network?
you know what? Go ahead and talk. You go ahead and have the stage. Go ahead, tell the people what you think.
The fact of the matter is that there has been an ongoing fight since the launch of ordinals, because ordinals allows for economic activity built on Bitcoin's network. And that was rallied against when it first launched by a lot of the old guard. Yet it's all still there. There's been nothing done to gather consensus to block it. And the initiative that is happening now with the BIP 110 for the people who do want to try to block it have watered that BIP down so much that it wouldn't even block it anyway. And there's technical workarounds and all kinds of stuff. That it's not really an in earnest debate. It's loud on social media, and there's a difference, right? On the Bitcoin network, consensus rules. And in this case, they're not going to win this battle. And the quote unquote, as David put it, new guard has already won the battle. So he's got an outdated view, in my opinion, of who the old guard is in Bitcoin and where the support actually is. And this is the dichotomy and these are the games that are being played on social media, is there's a very loud, small, but very loud contingent of people that are against all of what is being built directly on Bitcoin's chain, such as ordinals and runes, which runes are meme tokens, right? On Bitcoin. Ordinals, pictures on Bitcoin, right? So, and much more. But the fact of the matter is that side is not going anywhere. And I hate to say it for those that are in support of the other side of the actual BIP going through, it's a losing proposition. It's just not economically viable. Miners don't support it, and the majority of nodes aren't going to support it. So the fact of the matter is the new guard's already here. Misgivings with people at Core or misgivings with people at Knots really doesn't matter at this point. It's about consensus on the network. And those debates are actually healthy, in my opinion, even as toxic as they do get. They're healthy debates to have. And it's actually highlighting the fact that there are memes on Bitcoin via ordinals and runes. So anybody that says like, oh, the Bitcoiners, they don't like memes. We're the original memers in this space. So, you know, but I actually think that this is part of David's campaign, is that he wants to harpoon the puppet before the puppet has a chance to gather enough support to run against him in the primaries. And realistically, although we see eye to eye on many things, he knows that the risk is very high that I might just deport him, right? I mean, he knows that that risk is a very realistic scenario that he has to account for. So he has to paint the puppet as an anti-meme puppet of big blockchain and not understanding how memes work versus what utilities are. So he's got a vested interest in this case. He's trying to take the puppet down. So I ask you to support me, the puppet, against these vile, vicious attacks on my character as we head into the election in 2028. He really is just going to leave me here. And he's not going to, and see, here's the funny part is I would totally just go in and start charting and doing all the normal stuff that I would do, but I don't have access to actually share the chart because he has to approve it. And he is doing his best in the background to probably drag it out as long as possible because he knows that I'll run out of something to talk about. Because look, there's people who can run shows and carry shows the entire time. A little tiny puppet really can't carry a show. I'm like the side character. And like when you put the side, you know, like in those shows where the side character gets their own show, it never goes well, right? Because everybody's here for David. And then you're like, who's the hell is this guy? I mean, he was funny for like 5 minutes, but then at least David kicked him off the stage. But now here he is, and he's like just talking to me with his weird PFP. I don't even know what that is. By the way, it's a little puppet. You can find it. It's an ordinal. You can find it on Bitcoin. Go get you some. Also run, when the dog mode nodes and the software is actually released, I do suggest that you go check it out and run it. And look forward to David's interview with Leonidas, as Leonidas is doing a fantastic job. Yeah, Landy is the sidekick. I'm like Robin, and Robin can't carry his own show by himself. We need the Batman. But David, he's over here drinking so much water that he's got to pee every 5 seconds. And you know darn well he's got like 15 water bottles around him at the moment.
Yo, you might want to wipe your lips, bro, from all the ass kissing you've been doing.
Wow. This is
ladies and gentlemen.
the first time I'm hearing this. You know, I've been
Apparently,
reflecting
hold
for a
on.
little while you were gone, David.
I think Rob Nelson got scared to come on today,
Oh,
or if he got, he had a
you
Joe
might have
Biden.
forgot, to be honest. You might have
He had a
forgot.
Joe Biden moment.
He had a Joe Biden moment. He's just wandering around the yard.
He's wandering around.
What's a
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh boy. Let's look at what Polymarket has here. Let's look at the Republican presidential nominee. Go ahead and look at that right now, real quick. It's brought to you by Polymarket. There you go. There it is. There it is. Right now, JD Vance as of today is up 41%. But Rubio, so he's up 41%. He's down 15%. But Rubio is up 20%. And Tucker Carlson is doing better than DeSantis.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't last very long
Yeah.
if DeSantis declared.
But I
That'd
mean,
be
JD
interesting
Vance,
if he does.
I don't see anybody. I just don't, honestly, if you're a Democrat, respectfully, I just don't see how. There's no competition for JD Vance or Rubio. Like they smoke whoever's on the other side. Like I really truly believe that.
Yeah, the Democrats' bench is really thin. Newsom's going to be a really tough sell. With the way things are going in California, there's so many points to attack him on.
Yeah.
It's a really tough sell nationally.
And there's no way AOC gets in, and I mean, and that's not because she's a woman or anything like that. It's just like she's not
gonna
bigger
hold
than
up in
Hillary
debate.
or even Kamala Harris. You know?
No, she would not hold up in debates.
No,
Unfortunately for the Democrats, if they have their hopes pinned on her, whoa, they're down bad.
they're and I'm gonna say something. Their best candidate, the best candidate that they have, I think it's probably Josh Shapiro.
Yeah, I wonder if he would actually run against a JD or Rubio ticket.
But he can't. He's not. You know what? I'll tell you why I just said Shapiro. And people will be, oh, because he's Jewish. No. It has nothing to do with that. Nothing. Number one, that's actually a losing argument. Because like if being that he's Jewish, most likely they won't vote for him. So don't worry about that. You're good. The reason
He'd be
why
their best national pick, though.
I think Shapiro, because Shapiro, I don't want to say he reminds me of Trump or anything, but I'm talking about where
Not even close.
exactly. I'm not comparing them. I'm saying he is willing to curse, right? I know this might be stupid. Like some people, but what do you mean? Because he's not afraid to go ahead and just tell you how he's feeling, kind of thing, and that resonates with people. People want genuine takes, man. People don't want the scripted bullshit, political shit. They want real. That's why Trump got elected twice. People want real. They want to feel. They don't want that political shit. Nobody wants that. So I think Shapiro. That's why Shapiro comes to mind. And Fetterman. I mean, like, even though Fetterman wouldn't get elected, but Fetterman would probably be honestly speaking, he'd probably be the best pick for the Democrats. Like, or at least in the administration for Shapiro. So those are the people that you should be rooting for, I guess. I don't know.
There are some up and comers in the Democratic Party that I think could carry nationally.
Oh.
But I don't think they're prominent enough. I mean, there's a couple. I think that honestly, you could. Shapiro Fetterman would probably do much better than Newsom AOC or whatever, right? Like, but the thing is Newsom
I
has
don't
a
think
lot of
they
political
win.
clout.
I don't think they win.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, just if you're looking at it and you're evaluating their bench and like who they would actually try to roll with to get national support and be competitive, I don't, and this is where I think that there is a lot of strong debate, and it comes down to Newsom because he has so much political capital.
Yeah.
Um, But in terms of appeal to the American people, you're probably looking at a Shapiro Fetterman because Fetterman, of course, has ingratiating him. Even though people disagree with him on policy on the right, there's a lot of folks who actually agree with some of his policies and enough that I think he could move the needle for independence and even get crossover votes from Republicans, disaffected
Yeah,
Republicans.
I mean, again, I think Shapiro's the guy. That's why I'm really surprised. Where is he right now? Hold on. Well, we're looking at the Republicans. You know what? Let's look at the Democrats real quick then. Let's look at Democratic. Oh shit! Oh shit! I didn't even see this.
Ossoff is, yeah, he's taken off.
Ossoff is over
Taken off.
AOC.
Yep.
Wow, 11% up.
Yeah, there's a pretty coordinated campaign to get him and Warnock really back in mindshare. Um, and they want to utilize Georgia as the vector.
Wow,
So
this is crazy. Like, I obviously I didn't see it.
yeah, they've been
This guy
pushing
is
hard.
really- I don't even know anything. Honestly speaking, I know nothing about him.
I don't care for his policies, obviously. And there's a lot within the Democrat Party that don't care for his policies. So that's kind of a tough sell because they know that you can. Newsom's just going to go with whichever way the wind is blowing. As would Ossoff in most things, but I think that he differs just enough on some key issues that it'd be tough for him. That's where Shapiro, I think, because you need a leader. Ossoff's not a leader. Newsom's not a leader. You need somebody that can really take the reins and lead the conversation and lead the actual Democrat Party in a specific direction. And
That's
most of
crazy
them
though, to look at
aren't gonna
this.
be
That
able
is absolutely insane. The kind of rip he's had.
Yeah, I mean, and you can see it's very recent because this has been a coordinated effort. And I
Wow.
think this is a shot across the bow at Newsom specifically, or it could be to try to position him in conjunction with Newsom instead of having people start to associate Newsom and AOC as a ticket. Because it's a lot of priming right now, right? It's a lot of narrative priming, and they're going to spend the next, 2.5 years doing so.
Yeah.
Right
I
now the
think just
focus,
today he shot up.
yeah,
So I'm wondering what happened today. Something must have happened today that he shot up. So he must have said something.
well, it's been a building narrative for like the past week or two. Hold on one second.
All right. If you guys want like instantaneous news, man, you can go to polymarket.com. And Polymarket is the official sponsor, prediction market sponsor of the breakdown. So there you go. That is that is wild. That caught me off guard. I didn't think. Damn, that's crazy. That is crazy. I honestly, I don't know much about him. I'm gonna look into him. I don't know much about him. Anyway, welcome to the breakdown episode 749, man. 749. That's the official number. We've had way more, absolutely way more episodes here. So shout out to everybody who tunes in. Shout out to, let's see, TikTok is probably on this 100%. TikTok, my TikTok account is so political, it's crazy, man. Shout out to everybody there, man. Shout out to everybody on TikTok. You guys know I appreciate not only the supporters but the haters. Love it. Okay. All right. What should I buy? Is the question now. What should I buy? Is the question. I don't know what to buy. I don't know what to buy. Let's look at the wallet. Hold on. Let's look at the wallet. Fuck, why isn't it like not coming up the way it should? Fuck.
Sometimes the UI breaks.
Yeah, like because I can't see what the. By the way, still disappointing. 349 followers on my pump page. So that is disappointing. Very disappointing. 100% disappointing. What's a good crypto? What's a good crypto on Solana? Because that's all I can't buy anything else on there. Why did I just fuck? The monitor went. Wow. Landy jinxed my monitor, man. Landy, you son of a bitch.
It was me.
You jinxed my monitor,
Masterly
man.
puppet.
Hold on.
We can hear everything, David. This is going to be clipped. All the clippers are going to know that you don't have a YouTube subscription. You
Why
watch
is
all the
my
ads.
Bluetooth is all fucked up right now, man? Anyway, hold on. So let's look. What should I buy?
I don't know. You're asking a
I
Bitcoin
bought
puppet?
one troll. I bought one Bobo. Maybe I should ask the people. Hold on, let me retweet it. Let me retweet.
Do a poll. I do great in the polls.
You love polls.
I dance pretty good.
Nah, I'm not talking about those kind of polls.
No, I'm a great pole dancer. I got skills to pay the bills.
Hold on, where the fuck is... All right. Let's look. Let's look. Because now we have time, because Rob Nelson's not going to be on here yapping away.
Yeah, I wanted to hear his takes on
Yeah, he's going to be like, "Oh my god, I ran."
Where did he run to? I mean, he ran away.
Oh my god, should I text him?
Rob Nelson runs away from debates.
Hold on,
He
should
can't
I
have
call
an
him?
open and honest debate because he's a panicking. He
Should I
voted
call
for
him?
Kamala Harris.
I should call him. Hold on. This would be funny. Let me call his ass.
You're gonna call him live.
Live. You know, I felt disrespected when he came on to when I came onto his show on Wednesday and he would not let me speak.
Rob, I ran away from debates, Nelson.
Rob. Almost choked. Pause. No Diddy.
Look at David Gockstein over here. He can't even handle his own saliva. And you're gonna trust this man with the keys?
Man, I'd rather have a puppet in office right now. Anyway, hold on 1 second. Yeah. Cat caught your tongue, right, bitch? You don't know what to say now. Where is hold on. Come on.
David Gockstein can't keep my name out of his mouth. It's because he loves the puppet so much. He says that's a great puppet. He's like the best puppet. He's huge. He's a great pole dancer. He's one of the best pole dancers, in fact.
Yo, he talks about not being invited onto the show or some shit like that, right?
Yeah. Wait, he's been invited. He didn't show up the other week, didn't he? He wasn't here last week, right? Or was he? I can't remember now. All the weeks are blending together. And look,
By the way,
campaign trail is tough.
this is crypto news basically to me, or financial news, both. Trump media considers charging traders and investors up to 100 grand per month for faster access to President Trump's Truth Social posts.
I tried to research this, by the way, and apparently there is no real, like, that's not actually what's going on. It's some sort of like, there. You know how X has subscriptions?
Yeah.
Apparently, apparently this is like Truth Social is going to roll out subscriptions. So then this became the predominant narrative. And there's, as far as I can see, there was like nothing to it. Because I would have thought it would have been hilarious to do something like that. But sadly, it turns out that it might just be news media talking points and engagement farming. Honestly, I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know why this shit ain't charging. This shit is not charging. The fuck? Well, welcome to the breakdown without Rob Nelson. Usually he appears on Fridays, but he probably got shook after. You know, when I was on Wednesday, he got scared. You know, he got scared. Okay, what do I buy on Solana? This is gonna be the question. What do I buy on Solana? Hold on one second. Let me see. Let me see what I'll buy on Solana. Let's see. What should I buy on Solana? Do you think I'll just get your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think buying what's on Solana?
If I were you, I wouldn't be asking me that because I'm a Bitcoin
Yeah.
puppet.
Yeah, you're a fucking Bitcoiner, Maxi.
David Gokhshtein shilling for centralized networks.
Should I get like Wojak? People will get mad at me. They'll be, oh my god. Yeah, there's Wojak on ETH and Wojak on Solana. I got both. I'm just saying, should I get like?
There was like a huge crash out over that, wasn't there?
I got both. I don't give a fuck. Like y'all can fight in the stands. Like that don't mean shit. You know, like people get so like, oh my god, how dare you? Like y'all can fight. You guys fight. I don't care. Like I don't care.
I don't think I've looked at Wojak on Solana in a long time.
Let me look at hold on one second. Let me look. Fuck. Where the fuck? Oh, there it goes. All right, memes. What's on? Oh, Pengu, right? That would.
Yeah.
I am officially buying. This is gonna be this is big right here. I have Pengu, and I'm officially putting Pengu. I'm Jewish buying. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to announce that I have put one Pengu into the profile. There you go. One Pengu is now in the profile. One Pengu. That's not bad though. I have Pengu. So that ain't
Holy
bad.
shit. I'm looking through some of these memes and they have literally round tripped right back to launch price on
Yeah,
a
for
lot of these
sure.
things. I'm not
Why?
not talking about Pengu specifically, but I'm looking at some others like wow, just going through and checking up on some tickers.
Yeah.
Like they've done a full retrace. It's wild to see. I mean, this is the time to go shopping, is this time in the market. Um,
Listen. One Pengu, one Bobo, one troll.
you probably got a good 4 to 6 months to actually figure out what the hell you're in, and it's gonna get once we see the turn in the markets, yeah, you better have a good stable a good lineup.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
Especially if we get another leg down in markets. Whew. It's gonna be beautiful buying
I
opportunities.
should buy one Trump.
One Trump. Hey,
Yeah. There you go. We got our boy.
look at you.
Buy
You're
one
gonna be the
Trump.
next one at dinner in Mar-a-Lago with one Trump.
There you go. I can get in, right?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
One Trump. All right, we do Trump. One Trump. Imagine I'm like buying like the. Oh boy. Oh shit! This shit's expensive.
Yeah, you haven't been looking at it, huh? You haven't looked at it in a while. Yeah.
Oh shit! It really is expensive. Jesus. All right.
Look at David Gockstein. He's got sticker shock.
I got Jewish shock right now.
Yo, I almost said something really bad. Hold on.
Ooh.
It would have been all jokes, chat. It would have been all jokes. But
You know, people. Listen, I'm not blind to it. Like I said again, and I just want to make it very clear that there's a time and place. There's a time and place, and that's how I'll keep it. Because I know what people want me to call in here too. I'm not stupid to it, but there's a time and place. So, like I said, the ingredients got to be right. That's all. And a lot of motherfuckers are not patient, and that's on you. So, you know, I've always said that if it's a meme, then the community, you got to have a bunch of leaders, man. You got to have a bunch of fucking people leading and a bunch of leaders that step up to the fucking plate. That's bottom line. You know, instead of waiting for an endorsement and all that stuff. Because, you know, that shit, who knows when that shit comes? Tomorrow, today, 5 years from now. But that doesn't matter. If something is dope, it takes off because community rallied, because they saw something in it. Not because Elvis is here begging for $3. Elvis, I'll give you $5, man. Just get the fuck out of my chat, please. Like, oh shit, guess who's here? Oh my god.
Elvis said that he would support me for president. So Elvis, you're welcome anytime. You can stick around and vote for the puppet. It's going to be huge.
You know what's funny? You know, I don't have to repeat myself. Y'all can watch the previous episodes. I just hate repeating myself. It's repetitive. It's repetitive. It's crazy. Anyway, let's bring Rob Nelson on. This dude decides to show up today. We were going to call him, but now he's here. He's probably in a
Rob, I ran
Rob, if
away.
you can go ahead
Nelson.
and Rob, because my show is a premier show to be on. You could just put your phone in landscape mode. It'd be really great. That means, I know you don't understand what that means. It means turning your phone around. There you go, landscape mode. Okay, that's landscape mode. and have it to where it doesn't fall.
Rob
Right? Like,
Nelson's a boomer. He can't figure out how to work his phone. That's okay, folks. He doesn't have an assistant like me.
are you good,
Give
Rob
him some
Nelson?
grace. Give
Have
him
you
some time.
found? Have you found some for it? He's probably talking to himself here in the green
We're
room.
negotiating with Rob Nelson on
Look, he's holding
getting
his
it.
phone. Can you put it on a stand? Can you put it on a coffee cup? Get a coffee cup. Get a bottle of water. Look at him. Like, look at this. This is what happens when I wish I can show you guys what's happening in the back here. Look, this is
We
crazy.
reached out to Rob Nelson's representatives and we said, "Hey, Rob Nelson, you need to get yourself a nice phone stand
Okay, let's
so that
bring
you
him
can
on.
actually come on the premiere
You know,
daytime
actually,
show."
you know what? I'm gonna move this here so it's real nice. I'm gonna make this easy for
All
you
right,
guys.
thanks. Come back when you're ready. Thanks.
No.
Anyway,
That was Rob Nelson, folks. He had a lot to say. But
he's
in
gonna
the
go
end,
on
he
his.
said nothing.
Look, he's gonna go on. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. He's like 9 feet away from the camera. We need to get him some technical. What are you doing? I just said. Can you tell him landscape mode and what it means? All right. I think he got it. Nobody wants to see your thumb. Okay. Let's try this again.
You are
Rob
trying.
Nelson is here, ladies and gentlemen.
You are trying to prevent me from actually my great insights today. Which, Landy, I can't wait for you to.
Rob Nelson has a complex where he thinks that all of his insights are the insights that everyone should have. But unfortunately, poor
Landy?
Rob Nelson doesn't realize that he's a panicking.
Oh my
Landy,
God. I'm going to vomit. Okay, Rob, can you just put together your mic here? No! Horizontal! Oh my God. I can't. Landscape mode! Landscape mode. We can't cut the show up when you're in like. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Let's help him here. That's a little bit better.
A direct quote from David Gockstein. Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
this is all preventing.
He's very into Rob Nelson.
This is
He
all
thinks he's a
preventing
sexy
my
man.
real analysis, which and Landy.
Why are we just
Can't
looking
wait
at
for
the
you.
top of your head in your window, Rob?
Because
Please move the
fucking
camera down
David's
so you're in
making me do
frame.
this on fucking landscape, and it's tilting my phone off whack.
Now that looks good. Leave it alone.
Perfect.
You know what? All this is a way for you to subterfuge my real insights, which today, I'm going to.
You sound like
bring.
you're talking from a cup with a string on it.
Okay.
I mean, I said go old school.
Wow. A cup with a string on it. You know what, David? You're killing me here with this landscape.
That was Rob Nelson, everyone. Thank you for joining the show, Rob. We really appreciate having your valuable insight distributed to this wonderful audience. It was amazing. Some of the best insights I've ever heard.
How is this not the best show on the planet? I don't know. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's bring Rob Nelson back on. Go
Instead
ahead,
of my
Rob.
quality of my camera, my sound, can you hear me okay? Is this good?
Yeah, we hear you.
So,
even though you still sound like you're talking into a cup.
all right. Well, that's my AirPods, because
Rob Nelson has the best thumb in the game. Look at that thumb, folks. It's going to win elections. There's the thumbs up as well.
All right, so let's get right to it. The speech last night. What'd you think of Trump's speech?
All right.
It was amazing. Said Rob Nelson.
Hold on, Landy. You'll get your turn. What do you think about the deep state?
I got three things.
comment?
I've got the speech.
Hold on, I didn't ask you the fucking question. You're already rolling. You and Landy should hold hands, okay, at this point. This is my show right now. Okay, I'm not on your show on Wednesdays where I can't talk.
This is my show. This
So,
is my show.
Rob,
It's
what
my
did you
show,
think
Andy.
about?
Andy, this is my show. Little
Okay,
whining bitch.
I guess
He's
you
a
missed the
whining.
earlier
He's
part
a
of the show. Okay, you go ahead in there. I deport people now. So
I can sum up Rob Nelson's points right now. Oh my
I deport everybody. Okay. I don't fuck around. This is my show. I'm the dictator. These are my rules. Okay. If you want to talk on here, then you're going to play by my rules. So let's try this again, boys and girls. Because I'm the dictator up in this bitch.
Wow. Wow.
Oh,
Okay,
deport
Donald
your
J.
ass off
Trump.
this goddamn show. Anyway,
Donald J. Trump.
I'm going right at Rob. I'm giving you time. I'm going right to you. Last night, President Trump, went on air. Some mainstream media stations did not play it
Yes.
because they hate the American people. But Trump talked to the American people last night. He called out the deep state. He called out China. He called out a lot of things. What'd you make of it?
All right. Well, I'm going to make a request before I give an answer. I'm going to request, Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. President, Mr. Dictator of your own show, no more Kamala Harris bullshit. I'm going to say some things you're not going to like, and I don't want you calling me Kamala Harris. All right? The media's a joke that they didn't cover it, that they weren't willing to put him on in prime time. I feel like this is a bit of an old playbook. To be honest, on his part, it was interesting. Well, what he's giving me full. I getting full screen now. Getting the whole thing. Did you go away on me, David? You there? Where'd you go?
Bro,
Coming back?
the,
What
the
happened?
team is cutting to you. Oh my God.
All right.
You've been in the business.
I'm on my phone. Here's what I think. I mean, China's been interfering in elections forever. So is most foreign powers. If you go back, there's that great speech Kennedy gave in the 60s where he's like, there are foreign powers controlled by external resource elements with no limitations on resources who will do anything to interfere, right? This is a 60-year-old playbook of interference from foreign governments. I think Trump is not wrong. I also think he's waving a red flag that doesn't need to be waved, which is kind of like, here's how we're going to claim election interference. The irony is this all started in this current cycle, 8 years ago when Trump, Russian interference. So the media is all like, Trump is saying the election interference before it happens. I'm like, you guys kind of did that first. Like remember the first Trump election? Remember 2020? Like, remember how Russia colluded and won Trump the election? It's sort of interesting that they're now like, oh, this is old news. So on that, and the media is a joke. I'm not clear what Trump's motive here is. Like, he didn't tell anything that was that new. Didn't show any direct correlation to a state or an election that was upended. Yes, there's foreign interference in our elections. This is an ongoing pattern. It's going to continue. It's going to get worse. So I do worry it's a pretext to say, hey, these were like elections weren't legit in the midterms. But again, the media's reaction, oh, he's saying stuff we already knew. I'm like, sorry, you guys are the ones that literally impeached him for 2 years and said there was Russian collusion because they got in the election. So, and then the China thing, I was curious Landy's response on it because I was like, interesting he's raising the China thing. China's not new to the game of trying to influence our elections. They've been, ever since Nixon made the world's dumbest decision, Landy, I know this might trigger you, but dumbest decision to go to China and take a monolithic sleeping giant with a monolithic culture and industrialize them. Like, talk about a threat to the West. Take a massive sleeping giant who has a monolithic culture and industrialize them. How's that going to play out for a multicultural society? Like, literally create our own enemy. But that's a
giant sleeping giants aside, Rob, you clearly didn't listen to the press conference because you would have known that it's not about the fact that they've been interfering in our elections. It's about the fact that the intelligence agencies and internal bureaucrats were withholding the information from the president of the United States, the
No, I
greatest
heard it.
president of the United States, I might add.
Well, Andy's full
And it
mega
wasn't
today.
clearly, it was not just fully centered on China, China, China. It was also about the illegals on the voter rolls and the proof of the
Yes, it's a Save America
250,000 that
Act.
we know of so far and growing, because it's growing. It's going to be so huge. It's going to be massive. You're going to see it. You're going to see it very soon. You also haven't seemed to think about this strategically. This was pressure through evidence that is now out there in the public. The public can see it. You go to whitehouse.gov and you can review the documents yourself. And, well, guess what? We know why they don't want to turn over their voter rolls. And also, this was an effort to push Congress publicly with some of this evidence to pass the Save America Act. We need to pass the Save America Act, or else we won't have a country. We won't have a country. It's going to be gone. The communists will take over and they'll take all of your money and all of your property. And clearly, we know Congress is not going to pass the Save America Act.
Can I
Which,
interrupt
by the
you,
way,
Andy,
before
for a
you
second?
interrupt
Can I
me, I
interrupt
have a
you?
point that I'm driving
Mr.
to, Rob.
is
Before
your
you interrupt,
Bitcoin
hold
puppet-
on. Let me land the plane upside down like a Delta Airlines flight. In this case, what he is saying to the American people is review the evidence for yourself. I'm going to push Congress to pass the Save America Act. And when they don't act, when they
What's
don't
that?
act, when they don't act,
He has more tone in his voice.
when they don't act,
It's-
what are they going to do, Rob? What is the
You know,
administration going to do? They're
can
going to
I
take
ask a-
executive action. And that's what this is leading up to. That's called strategy.
Can I ask a question? When a Bitcoin puppet is up the butt of a presidential puppet, what is that? What do we have here? Is this a puppet?
You
up
heard
the
it here
butt of a
first.
puppet?
Rob thinks that Donald Trump is a puppet of Israel, a puppet of Putin.
I
and
don't think he's a
puppet
puppet.
Qatar.
No. I don't actually think he's a puppet of Israel, Putin, or Qatar.
Rob, which network are you with? Goxstein? Fake
Actually,
news.
Actually, I don't think he's a puppet
Fake
of any of
news.
that.
This is fake news. You wouldn't
I
even run
think-
my
I
run
think
my speech
I
over here on the
think he's a-
Goxstein network. You're
I
guilty.
think in some ways the deep state puppets every president. I think that's an inevitable thing. I will say this. My biggest issue with Trump has been and will always be, and David will get all bent out of shape about this, but really is more the self-enrichment. I thought about it. Over history, Lyndon Johnson, I think, enriched himself. George Washington made a point of not enriching himself at all, from being both the leading general and a president, right? He didn't even take his salary, and he lost money.
Hey, Rob,
Nixon
can you stay
enriched
on topic?
himself. I am on topic. You asking
No, you're
about
not.
Donald Trump? Well, all matters, because I think everything Trump does has a self-enrichment piece in it, and I think that does matter. He's broken all the rules, and I have a problem with making yourself uber rich by being president. I also have a problem with presidents do it and become uber rich afterward. That's the Obama model, right? Biden used the family. Nixon literally lied about his taxes. Johnson wired the FCC. I do have a problem with the fact that he does everything to make money for himself. That's a problem. It's not okay in my mind. It's like not the job. You're president. Step aside from making money for it.
How is this-
Don't shill your
what is
clients.
this
About election
with the
integrity. What the hell
What
are you
does this
talking
have
about?
to do with the speech last night? I have no clue
Well,
what this fucking has to do with the speech last
because
night.
it makes you question his motives. Like he's so bent on making money.
Rob,
from
I
being
swear to God.
president.
Hold on.
you can't stay
Time out.
on the
Hold on.
topic.
Landy, you can go for this after. Let me just lay this in, and then you can go. Hold on. Biden came out years ago and addressed this very issue. He said that certain countries were meddling in the election. What Trump
Kennedy
said?
came out and said it in the 60s.
Hillary came out and said it.
I am just saying yesterday Trump comes out. We're not talking. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, because we're talking about what he said, which was China's interfering with our elections. They got 220 million people. United States of America, 220, I think that was the number, right? That they have data for that. though CNN try to say, well, you can buy it, whatever. At the end of the day, we have countries meddling in our elections.
You
And
don't
Trump
see
is trying to bring the SAVE Act
You don't
to the
see.
goddamn table.
Listen, I'm a
to
fan of
allow-
the SAVE Act. You
Can
don't
I
see
talk?
the
You
irony.
talk for
Hold
like
on.
9
No,
hours
I'm
just now.
interrupting. You don't see the
No, you're not,
irony.
because I will send you to the fucking back, okay?
Oh wow.
You are not going to
You don't-
interrupt me.
You don't see the irony of Trump literally saying the thing they used against him. Like, this is
It's
what
not
they've been.
irony.
nobody
He's been
told him
talking about
they
it for a
covered
long
it.
time.
They
No,
covered it.
I'm saying they literally used this argument to start a special investigation with Robert Mueller on President Trump in his first term. Like, that there was.
But they
there
never
was-
showed any evidence. There's a difference.
I don't think it was any more.
Have you
real
looked
then
at
than it
any
is
of the
now.
documents? Have you looked at any of the
I
documents?
admit, for the first time, Landy, I will say I didn't. I did not look
Okay,
at the
then we can't have an honest
declassified documents.
conversation
Yeah,
about
like,
this.
how can you have a
Yeah, we
conversation if you haven't looked?
Yeah, we can't
Well, because I'm
realistically have an
talking.
honest
We
conversation.
can actually, because I'm actually talking.
No,
about
because
a
like you,
larger
hold on, let me
perception
ask you a
issue.
question. Did you listen to the speech last night?
Yes,
Did you look at the documents that were released for the first time?
some, not most.
Okay, so then you don't know anything about what's happened, right? Where he's come out
Nah,
publicly stating, wait, hold on. What do you mean? Nah, I don't listen. This is what I don't understand. Fine. Harp on Trump. I get it. You don't like Trump. Great. But as an
I don't
American
not like
citizen,
Trump.
hold on. As an American citizen, Democrat or Republican, the president comes out, whether this was Biden, whether this is Trump, Obama, I don't give a fuck, Bush at this point. They release files stating that there are countries meddling in our election, that they can hack into our systems. He is telling you that things need to change, and you're like, didn't look.
He's
Don't
also.
really care.
He is
This
also.
is the problem. This is
So
the fucking problem.
Here's what I'm saying. He is also telling you this is going to be his rationale for explaining why they lose the midterms, and that's just not all on the level.
No,
He's
you're
going to use this.
implying because you don't seem to understand what the real play is here. The real play is you put it out there, you put pressure on Congress with some of this evidence, and then when they don't act, you know what comes next. He's going to take executive action. He's not going to let it go. And if you think he is, then I think you're sorely mistaken. And I think you're missing the actual point of what is going on here. Because he actually presented actual documented facts now that have been released that we've known about but have never seen the evidence for. They've leaked in terms of people who have said that they've seen the information and all this stuff, but now we have the documents, and they're still compiling more, by the way. They're uploading more. And this is going to build up to more pressure on Congress to pass Save America Act. You know they're not going to do it, and you know what he's going to do. You know that he's going to take executive action.
I mean, we'll see. He might manage to pull the Senate off. It's a long shot, right?
No,
I mean,
he's not
already
gonna-
got
they're
the
not gonna
House. Probably not. It's a long shot. It's a long shot.
They've
You know,
already
to
said
be
they've only
honest-
got how
to
many
be
days
honest-
left to pass.
To be
They-
honest, before David considers me a Kamala Harris white boy, I want to say it stuns me that Congress doesn't pass this act. Like, if you forget about the documents yesterday, the fact that Congress won't pass this act, it's like, really? Like, what is in your way to realize this is a pretty straightforward, let's just keep some election integrity here. It ain't like rocket science. It ain't even there's deep state bullshit going on. It's kind of like, how are they not actually passing this? Like, this is pretty basic. This is pretty standard. This should be pretty easy to go, yeah, I can support that. It's stunning to me that they can't pass this.
because that's the only way that Democrats and some Republicans can win.
Yeah, but I'm saying Republicans can technically, I'm saying, and that leads me to why they haven't gotten rid of the filibuster. That's even harder for me to understand.
Okay,
Like,
pass
why the Senate Republicans don't get rid of the filibuster. Just like, what are you waiting for? You waiting
because
for
they want to
Democrats
protect the
win?
Beltway. They want to
Yeah,
protect
I
the
agree.
Beltway
I agree.
to
I
pave the
agree.
ground for a future administration and ingratiate themselves to that future administration. That's all
I
it
agree.
is.
I agree. It's
So-
the uniparty. It's the uniparty.
It is, and it's all the Beltway players. It's all the people that work in the House of Representatives and Senate offices. all of their staff there. That is the real Beltway. That's who actually controls the levers, because there's certain things that certain congressional members don't even know because their own staff won't look into it or will purposely misinform them about it to drive a narrative forward. And that's all because a lot of staff members, they're on the take, and they have been for a long time.
I agree. No, it's been since I was there 30 years ago and before that. And I want to say, to people listening, we talk about the deep state, and everybody gets all the MAGA people are like deep state. The left is like, oh, the mystic deep state. I don't think the deep state is that deep, Landy. I think deep state. No, I don't mean it's not that deep, meaning it doesn't go deep. I mean, it's pretty superficial. The deep state starts with most members of Congress's staff. There is an institutional power in Washington that isn't hidden. It's not deep in the remote, part of Langley. It's right there in front of you. It's all the people who work in all the offices. It's like the civil service. It's everybody's got a self-interest in keeping this machine floating. They don't actually hiding, talking in secret code. They're people literally who've got jobs on most. I
really think,
Senate,
Rob, you need to read the documents. I think you need to read through the documents and make an assessment as they come out. And by the way, this isn't going to be the only set of documents. They're going to keep Department of Homeland Security is going to be releasing more. We've got CIA is going to be releasing more. Look, a lot of this is to apply pressure. And look, he mentioned that he's going to be directing the Department of Justice to start prosecuting some of these individuals for some of the evidence that's presented. And realistically, this is a pressure campaign. It's one to show the American people that he was right about what he was talking about, that they were hiding information from him, and that they were doing things that were nefarious, right? And then it's also to apply pressure for the Save America Act, because he knows that they're not going to pass it. And I'm telling you, the through line is straight through to executive action. And we know this. We know this. This is not an unknown even within the Beltway. It's not an unknown in the people in the audience. People know this already, that this is the direction this is going. So now it's a matter of, to David's point earlier in the show before you came on, is we need to see action. We need to see action taken. We want to see this continue to expand. And there might be legal action taken against states. I don't think it's going to go through in time to actually get them to turn over their voter rolls.
I want to break in here and just say, because Rob Nelson was probably sleeping, that when I had this show earlier today on this show, I did say that now it is time. Now you have said that these things are happening. It's time for us to go ahead and arrest some of these people in the deep state. That's all. And me and Landy were arguing about it, or debating, I should say, about it. But my thing is, I'm not saying I need it done right away, but if we know who stole the bicycle, well, let's go ahead and get them. That's really where I stand. Because if we're just saying, hey, we know who meddled in the elections, and we know this, that, and the third, and we don't do anything about it, okay? Or it's just gonna look fucking bad. It's going to look really bad.
It's a tricky proposition, David, and I think even with your MAGA hat on, it's understandable that at some level, you start arresting all kinds of people inside the government and that appear to be like not on your side. You do start looking like authoritarian governments who just arrest opposition, right?
Maybe I'm speaking from a standpoint of being a dictator.
It is a fine line, and I actually
no.
Hold on. I think Landy's.
If you have people that have been in the government meddling in the elections, and you know who they are, there is no fine line, because you represent the people and the people's best interests. So, like, I don't.
All dictators say they represent the people. I think Trump is smart.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. You see,
I am.
You went.
I'm saying.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to the words.
I heard what you're saying.
If you know who it is that is, or who was meddling in the elections, especially if it's politicians or American citizens that were working with China and other countries, and you know their names and you got them, then you go after
Yeah.
them.
And what I'm saying, David, and again, I'm not saying it to be pedantic or like to sound like I'm like, I know more than you. I'm saying it's a dangerous game. This is what Democrats did when Trump first got elected. And they went after people who they said they're involved, they're meddling. The Mueller Commission went after people. Like, people got arrested, people went to jail. The danger in doing that is it's weaponizing something that's very hard to prove, and it's very hard for anyone to know if you're just saying it or if it's true. I think Landy's
when
point,
they went after Trump,
hang on. I think
hold on,
Landy's
no,
point,
because you're wrong. When they went after Trump, when they went after, hold on,
wants to try to get the SAVE Act
no,
out there.
when they
is
went
a
after
smarter
Trump,
route.
hold on. When they went after Trump, okay, let me ask you a question. Why did what did Trump get charged for?
No, you're missing my point.
No, I'm
not
asking you a
saying Trump
question.
did
When they
something wrong.
weaponized the legal system against Trump, what did they find criminally on Trump?
They didn't find anything criminal on Trump.
So it's the
Didn't
first
stop them.
time. Hold on. So besides him being a former president at that
They
time,
found criminal stuff on. They found criminal stuff.
no.
on other
I'm going
people.
to ask you a question. It's him. Well, let's focus on him.
No,
What
you're
did they
talking
find
about-
criminally
Wow.
on Trump?
Wow. Your logic, David, is going to lead to a spiral that goes.
You're not
nowhere.
answering the question.
I already did. I said nothing criminal on Trump. They impeached him.
Exactly.
They
So what
found
happened in
criminal
the
stuff.
first time?
Wow. You won't even hear
For
it.
the
You
first
can't
time-
you can't even hear me saying that they weaponized this against Republicans who supported Trump.
So
some people
basically,
in
what,
jail.
you're missing my point. They went after
Bannon,
Trump for
who
no,
I know
they
literally
went after Trump for no
contempt
reason.
of Congress.
You had somebody indicted with no evidence.
And
essentially.
what I'm saying is, you're going
But
to
at
say
the end,
if he does.
if I can land the
you don't
plane,
care.
I do
Dude, you
care,
can't
but let me
land the
just
plane.
finish
You
it
don't
out.
wanna land the
On
plane.
my
You're
show, I'm
flying
gonna
it
finish
into
my
the fucking
sentence.
World
Are you
Trade
ready?
Center.
So I'm gonna finish it. Being that you agreed with me on this, Trump came out last night and said that we got evidence. So that's a different.
He didn't-
These
yeah.
are two different takes now.
He
They
didn't
went after him
actually-
with no evidence. He has evidence of the deep state messing around with our elections, working
most of those-
with networks and reporters. China's been working with networks and reporters. Okay, which
Landy,
that should scare the shit out of everybody,
wow, you're not giving
Democrat
up
or
here.
Republican.
Landy, I didn't read all the documents. I did skim through stuff. A lot of it is stuff that wasn't that new, right? And he didn't point fingers
Oh
at
my
specific
God, this is
instances.
horrific.
Well,
Hold on. He didn't point fingers at specific
This is Kamala.
examples where an election got moved, right? But again, to me, the premise that they're doing it, that's not shocking. Of course they're doing it. They've been doing it. They've been trying to do it since the 60s, maybe the 50s. It's not news that they're trying to manipulate our elections and succeeding at some point in moving public opinion.
You're
Like,
applying
that's not
something
shocking.
that was not what he was talking about. He was talking about the fact that it was hidden from him and that the evidence of them hiding vital national security information from him is the problem. And he has made the contention before and didn't have the evidence until now. That's the big difference. Now, in addition to that, because you're focusing on one narrow piece of a much larger set of documents that dropped. In fact, the China stuff is a very small portion of what that information is. The reason why the media is focusing on just purely the China stuff is because we've speculated about this and people have raised
Yeah,
concerns about
I
this for a
agree.
long
I
time.
agree. I
But the
agree.
fact of the matter is, he has evidence that it was being hidden from him while he was the president of the United States,
And he also kind of hinted that it was being hidden from not just him.
but others.
He kind of said like Biden, like
Ye-
hidden. He kind of like gave Biden the Biden
He
didn't
gave him a
even know.
pass. He gave him
I
a
guess
pass.
I'm a little shocked that anybody's surprised that I brought up Kennedy because Kennedy was saying the same thing 2
But
years
it's
before he got assassinated.
You're missing
they're
the
hiding
point,
stuff.
Rob.
They're hiding stuff from me. They're hiding stuff from
You're
all of us,
missing
and
the
then they
point. It's
assassinate him. Like,
about the
it's not-
Christ, he's going back to
documentations that
Kennedy. We're talking
prove
about what
they're
happened last
hiding
night.
things.
You're
It's
talking about Kennedy.
documentation.
I'm talking about last night. Trump finally goes after the deep state. The first time he says, like, he's like literally directs it at them. And you're, oh, I don't know. I didn't look at but what I saw, the one
No,
piece
I
of
didn't
paper
say
that I
I
looked
don't
at.
know. I want to be clear, David. You know, this isn't, to be honest, this is not the time to do the throw me under the bus
Hello?
thing.
Hello? Hello?
Wow, he's getting on the phone.
Oh,
Wow.
Kamala Harris
Okay.
campaign?
Wow.
Oh, the
know-
reason why you can't reach him is because he's live on my show, but I'll let him know that.
Hey, David,
yeah.
David,
I'll let him know.
you know what? David,
Yes.
Landy, when you come on Monday, David, let me ask you a question since you're so all-knowing and smart. Landy, don't answer because I know you know. Okay? And we're not talking Iran, but we will on Monday, Landy.
Here
And
we
this
go.
comes
They're
back to
wrong.
my issue.
Iran.
Let me ask you a question,
Iran.
David. Has there ever been a time where the Iranian military, Navy in particular, was literally destroyed in a day before Donald Trump? Mr. Know-It-All? Ever happened before where their Navy was literally obliterated in like 10 hours?
What is the point?
No, because Trump came in, obliterated their military. And you talk about like we decimated them. Is that a new playbook or had someone done it previously? You don't know the answer, do you, Mister? I know everything.
Hold on. Who's messed with Iran before?
No. Has there ever been an example where someone came
I'm
in,
asking you a que-
obliterated Iran's Navy, say, overnight?
Are you
You
trying
don't
to
know
give
the answer.
No, I'm just so confused. Are you trying to give Trump
I'm
credit?
asking.
Like
Simple question. Has it ever happened before?
nobody's ever gone after Iran.
Right. Exactly my point. So before you get on your high horse about knowing everything, Landy knows this. Somebody did. It was called George Bush in 1987. We were trying to move tankers through the Gulf, and one of our frigates, the Samuel Robinson, backed into an Iranian landmine and blew its shit up. And thanks to the sailors, they fucking held the thing together so everyone didn't die. The next day, we wiped out Iran's Navy in 7 hours. It was called Operation Praying Mantis. We literally leveled their entire Navy in 7 hours. The reason Iran plays the game they play right now is because they learned from that moment on, you will never beat the U.S. militarily. You need to simply spread an asymmetric web out. The fact that you don't know, no one ever did this before, is the short-term attention span we have. The reason why I agree with Landy that none of this is shocking
I can't fucking
is because
speak.
because we spent 40.
you know what's fucking funny? You let Landy speak, but you won't let me speak on my show or on your show.
We have spent 40 years.
This is fucking crazy. How can I go ahead and?
We have spent 40 years watching this regime and how they would react to being decimated. We wiped their Navy out in one day. That's why I have these arguments with Landy. So don't throw me under the bus like I don't pay attention to details. I'm watching all of it.
You said you read one piece of paper. You really didn't look at it, and you're on here talking. I didn't read
all the documents that have been released, and I'm sure you didn't read all of them either.
What do you mean? What do you mean I didn't read?
At 4 a.m. and read everything?
I was up at 9 o'clock. I don't go to sleep at 8:30. Okay, I don't drink in shore and put on Depends diapers. Okay, I was watching the press conference. Okay.
Wow,
all right.
Wow,
and second,
what did you say? You don't drink
second,
what?
First of all, that is such a weak fucking. We're at war with Iran. So I said we have literally never gone to war with nobody except Trump has gone to war with Iran.
Actually, you're wrong.
Not an operation.
In
war.
1987.
War.
In 1987.
Not an operation.
David.
War.
David.
War.
Landy, you can back this up.
There's a difference. Operation War.
In 1987.
Did we go to war?
Wow,
Hold on.
Wow.
We went to war.
You
know what? I'll ask Brock. Let me go ahead and ask Brock.
It was 1988, by the way, not
1988. Sorry, Landy, you're right.
He doesn't remember.
David, 1988. What we did, we'd never done before. It's the first time the U.S. engaged in ship-to-ship fire.
Operation.
I don't care. It's Operation Epic Fury. It's Operation Praying Mantis.
Operation.
My point is,
operation, not war, but an operation.
David, can you not?
You say my name. Say my name. Go ahead. Say my name.
We actually were the closest to. We essentially did something militarily we haven't ever done in American history. We went surface-to-surface air missiles against Iranian vessels. We wiped their Navy out. We built the playbook for today, and they built their playbook for today from that experience. You want to say I don't know what I'm talking about? Read your own fucking history.
Okay,
Do
are you
think
ready?
that the
Are you
Trump
ready for the
administration
history
isn't
lesson?
aware of this? They know.
What?
Are you ready for the history lesson?
No, David and Landy, I'm saying they do know. I'm saying they've been watching this for 40 years. They were preparing
No,
for Iran
the
to respond this
U.S.
way.
also knows. We're not dummies, okay? We're
No,
not
I
stupid.
said we know. I'm
and
saying
we're
we
still
knew.
striking them as of a couple hours ago. We're still getting updates from
Yeah,
CENTCOM that
Landy,
they're getting
I agree. I
flattened
think
again.
on Monday, you and I will talk about this. I don't think we didn't expect a lot of this to happen. I think we knew for sure Iran would take the Strait. We saw this coming. I think the one thing we didn't prepare for was I think we thought if we cut the head of the snake off and decimated them fast enough, they wouldn't. I don't think we were prepared for them to literally have autonomous structures in place to react without
No,
any
Rob,
central
we
control.
know that they have
That
autonomous structures in place. We've literally mapped out every single aspect of their entire military regime.
Well,
their
now
entire
we're going after those autonomous
IRGC.
structures. Now we're going after them. We're going after the small boats. We're going after the
Which is
bases,
what I
the
told
little
you was going to
military stuff
happen
in the-
anyway.
in the thing.
Because Landy knows you fade the puppet, you'll never win.
Wow, Andy knows. David doesn't. David's pretending to know. Doesn't matter that I didn't know. No one's ever done it. Actually, we
I
did
didn't say
it.
I didn't know.
We
I didn't
took
say
their
anything
Navy
of
out.
that.
We
I
took
don't.
their
Yo, are
fucking
you
Navy
are
out
you
overnight.
suffering
You
from?
didn't know that. You
Are
didn't know that,
no,
David.
what?
Maybe
You said no, no, no,
just
no, no,
didn't
no.
know.
You
And
no, no.
thought
You
Trump
framed
did
the
it.
question.
Trump did it.
You okay?
Framed the
I'm just
question
like-
straight up.
I'm
Has it
gonna
ever
wait
happened?
until you. I'm gonna wait until you finish, and then, especially on my show, I'm
I
gonna wait
framed-
until you finish your 9-minute monologues, okay? And then I'll answer within 30 seconds.
You answered the question. I said, has it ever been done? You're like, no, Trump did it. I'm like, no, Bush did it. Bush did it in 1988. Landy was right. It was a year off.
That was an
We literally
operation. It was not a war. We are
so
at
operation-
war.
No, actually,
We are
weren't
at war. We are at
actually
war.
were-
Stop framing your questions for a win. We are at
Wow.
war
I
right
think
now.
your president said we weren't at war. He said it was.
We are
Operation
at war.
Infiltrate.
He said we
weren't
are at
remember?
war. He's already said we are at war.
Wow. The facts.
We
get
are at
shifted.
war. It's not
It
an
wasn't a war.
operation. It wasn't. How long? What was it? A 1-day operation that you were talking about?
No, it was an 8-year war between Iran and Iraq, and it's worth actually pretending.
Forget
you don't
about
know
the
what you
Iran
don't
and
know.
Iraq war. I'm not talking about when Reagan was sending missiles secretly, missiles out there. Bro, I know history and I can wipe my ass with you. Okay, when it comes to that,
Well,
you
clearly
specifically
didn't know
framed the
about
question.
this.
Did
I
anybody
got caught
else
off
go
guard.
ahead and take out? And like, no, like this war is an official war.
No, actually, yes.
Trump is
Somebody
the first
did go and
person
take out.
to take a belt to ass to Iran, who has
That's not
balls
true.
hanging out of his. What?
That's not true.
Okay.
In
Reagan was
1988,
supplying
in
weapons.
1988,
Reagan
no,
was
in
supplying
19
weapons.
Oh my God, Landy, help
Reagan
me
was
here. In
supplying weapons.
1988,
Okay.
we took a belt
The
to their ass
American
and
government
we
was
leveled their
supplying
navy
weapons. I learned this in
overnight.
school. Okay.
We
I
leveled
know.
their navy overnight in 1988. It literally is why they are what they are today. They learned they can't beat the U.S. militarily. They learned the only thing they can do. To be honest, David, their proxy terror networks, their massive amount of drones and ballistic missiles all came after that when they realized there was no winning conventionally against us. The proxy networks, the Houthis, Hamas, all that really started after 88.
Now, I would hate to be.
when they
I don't want to say it because I might get banned
they
off of
couldn't
TikTok.
win, when they realized they couldn't win conventionally against us, because overnight we wiped their navy out. We literally put it underwater overnight. Landy, am I wrong about that?
We wiped out just their navy. We did
Yeah.
not strike their regime. We did not decapitate
Right.
their regime.
Right.
We did
Right.
not strike
Right.
infrastructure. Look, it's
Yep.
you remember
This was
you
the
wanted to see
upgrade.
Bridge
This
and
was the
Power Plant
upgrade.
Day.
Yeah,
Well,
I know.
we're seeing Bridge and Power
Guys,
Plant Day. We've
are we
seen
at
it
war?
multiple
Let me
times
ask you a
now.
question. Let me put it this
Yeah.
way. Are we at war right now?
Look,
No, it's just
not
a
been-
question. Are we at
Okay,
war right now?
So from a legal perspective,
Trump said we're at war. So
he
like,
said it.
I'm asking you
He
guys.
said it, but Congress has not declared war.
But I'm
the
asking
big
you guys. We're
rub that
at war,
everybody's gonna
right?
get into.
We're deep in Iran, right? We're not just fucking,
I mean, if
on
you
the
ask Trump,
sideline
I don't
throwing a
know.
missile here
To
or
be
there, man.
honest,
Like,
David, it's a
we're
little bit
in
of
there,
a hit and miss.
right? It's not a hit and
He
miss.
says we're not. He says
Trump
he
said
says
we're at war.
not. We go
Trump
back and
says
forth.
we're at war. What are you talking about? He says we're
He
not.
can't declare war. He legally can't declare we're at war. Only Congress can declare we're at war.
He
So we're
has
technically not.
said, guys, let's not stop playing semantics. We're at war.
I mean, I think I don't know, Landy.
We're
I
at
see what
war.
David's
Like,
asking,
what
but
are we? Are we fucking delusional right now?
I don't know. I am a little delusional. I don't know that we are totally at war. We are punishing an enemy that is not doing what we want. We're not like at war in the sense of Vietnam or Korea or even Iraq. Like, we're not at war in that sense. We're not.
So the president says we're at war. You're saying we're not.
Well, the president
honestly,
can't say we're at war. Congress has to.
Do you want me to play tapes where he says we are at war with Iran?
Well, he says we're punishing them. They're misbehaving. That's his word.
Okay,
They're misbehaving.
Landy, you watch every single word that Trump says. Has he said what I just told you?
Trump has said that we are at war with a radical regime, and that is how he gets around the we are at war.
Has Reagan ever
defined.
come out when they were supplying missiles to that region?
Yes,
Did he
because
come out and say that we are at war?
Yes,
War,
he did.
war,
No.
We've been at war
hold on,
for
hold on.
47 years.
Let me
No.
talk for a second. War is technically and legally defined as a declaration from Congress.
Yes.
So yes, he has said, but Trump has been very clear about we are at war and we have been at war for 47 years
Right.
with the Iranian regime and yada yada yada.
Right. That
And
I
look,
agree with.
it's a bunch
That I
of
agree with.
bunch of bullshit, legal mumbo jumbo.
Yep.
We've done this for many years, operations, because then we don't have to get Congress to declare war, all that kind of shit.
Right.
But realistically,
No, I just don't like yo, I have no problem debating with you toe to toe, but right now you try to do a CNN Democrat type of bullshit here and say, but what other time?
No, you know what,
other
David,
And that was
David,
such
don't,
a-
you know what,
that's a
because
bullshit
you did,
playbook.
you know what,
That
because
is
you
such a
didn't know,
bullshit playbook,
Well,
and you should appear
you know
on
what?
CNN's nightly panel.
you know what,
And like
because
absolutely
you did, you know
continue to
what,
do your thing.
honestly, I gave you full access to know your facts.
Like,
The fact
you
that you
even
didn't know
watched the
something,
president's speech yesterday. Full
I did
access
watch
to
the
what?
president's speech yesterday.
All you do is
I
come
said
on
I
and
didn't
talk
read
about
all the
how Iran is
documents.
bad.
I said I
Yes,
didn't read all
we
the
kind of
documents.
got the message. We know Iran's bad.
You know what? Hey, before you get all
But
bent
Trump
out of
is
shape,
not doing it fast enough.
before you get all bent out of shape because you didn't know it's ever happened before, you might
I
realize
just told you what was happening,
my
that
point-
Reagan and
my-
the United States administration was supplying weapons to goddamn Iraq. I don't know what else I could tell you.
You could tell me
You didn't
knew
have
that
you didn't have an I got you
could tell
moment.
me you
You didn't
knew
have an
that
I got you moment.
operate-
Because
I
as
don't
soon
it
as-
wasn't an I got you moment.
No,
I think
here,
you-
if somebody can speak, you can't.
Wow.
When somebody is answering a question, you can't just stop them midway and say, "Oh, I got you. I told you so." And now you keep on going for 10
The
minutes.
value of understanding.
You sound like a Democrat.
The value of understanding, that's your go-to line. The value of understanding what happened in 1988 explains what's happening now, and Landy's right. What we learned from that was all we did
Why
was
do you
sink
go
their
to
Navy.
Landy's right?
All we did was sink their Navy. This time we went, let's take out their leadership. Let's decapitate the head of state.
That's war.
Let's sink.
That's
Call it
essentially
whatever
war.
you want. Sure, we've been at war for 50 years, one way or another.
No.
Let's take out their military, all levels. The only thing, Landy, I would say is we didn't until now take out their small ships.
You didn't even
their
know
little
that
boats,
Reagan was
and their
supplying
ballistic
weapons
missile
to Iraq.
structure.
You didn't even know that he was
Wow,
supplying
I-
weapons.
What do you mean I didn't know that? You're the one. Wow, you're the one that didn't know what actually happened in 1988. Like,
For-
you missed the boat.
first off,
You,
everyone-
you said 87. You're all over the place. Landy had to correct you on 88.
Wow. I missed the date by 6 months. Same war, same time frame.
It's not a
same
war,
event,
though.
Same
There wasn't
frigate.
a war.
no,
It was a war. We backed a frigate over a mine, and we
in the words
decimated their
of
navy the
one
next day.
fat electrician. Shout out to the fat electrician.
I don't know.
Don't
Can
touch
we look
America's
up on,
boats.
Can we look up on ChatGPT if we went to
Exactly
war
what
in
Landy said.
1987, 88?
Don't-
I'll keep
don't
87 in
touch
here for this
America's
guy.
boats.
Can somebody look that
Don't
up?
touch
For
America's
some
boats.
reason, it's not populating.
Look,
You know
Apparently,
what,
Rob
David?
was
It was
Rob was living in some sort of
David,
war.
you know what? David, it was a major event. And by the way, like
so
I
now
said,
it's gone from a war to a
the ship
major event.
literally blew
Which one is
itself
it?
in half.
Nail
Like,
it
was-
down. Nail it down.
Wow.
Which one was it?
Wow. It was the U.S. Samuel Robinson. It literally
Forget
blew in
about
half,
that.
and everyone would have fucking died if they hadn't.
Forget about that. I'm asking you.
They
It went from a
held
war
the ship
to a
together
major
so someone
event.
could get it.
Classify. What was it?
You can't be a war without Congress. It was Operation
You're saying
Epic
it was a
Fury. It's
war.
Operation Praying
You're saying
Mantis.
we went to war way
I didn't
before
say it was
Trump
a-
did with Iran. Go
I
ahead.
didn't. We've been
That's
at
what you
war.
said.
Wow, we've been at war with Iran for 50 years.
Okay, so
in
then
one way or another.
let's start talking
Call
about
it what
Nixon
you
then.
want.
Let's talk about.
Call
Let's
it
start it
what
off
you
with
want.
Nixon then.
It's been an ongoing
Shall
war.
we
It's
start
just
this off with
what
Nixon then?
Wow.
Oh, I
wow,
got
wow,
you.
wow.
We've
You
been
gotta
at
be
war.
right here.
Nixon was the president.
Andy, I hate to ask you for your help here, but
Well,
let's
you
for
need
the
help.
sake of
You
understanding,
absolutely need help.
this we've been at
100% you
war
need
for
help.
50 years in one way or another. We just raised the stakes, and we didn't call it a war because technically we can't. Only Congress can. We called it Operation
Oh my
Epic
God.
Fury.
Oh
The
And we
my
went
war with
further and
Iran
farther than
was
we ever
promised to us 3,000 years ago.
went. That's even going deeper. Forget 50 years.
Anyway,
Is Chad going to be the only one that's going to get on?
Anyway, I just want to
board
let
with
you know that. First of all, thank you for coming on and not letting me talk on my own show. Appreciate that.
Wow.
The Democratic
David,
Party
you
is
are
looking for
such a
somebody to
little-
run for
Wow.
on their side.
You know
for the
what?
pre-
Can I say?
I can't even talk. Look at this. This is
baby
unbelievable.
bitch on
Yo,
this
you know
show?
what? This
You
is how he
whine
tries
all
to
the
shut me
time.
down.
You
Anytime I bring
whine all
facts,
the
he'll like
time.
start interrupting. Go ahead, Demi.
You just whine the whole time.
Go ahead.
You
I'm not
whine the
whining.
whole
I don't
time.
really
I
care.
don't get to talk on my own show. I don't get no. Unless
Well,
you
I come onto your show as a guest. I can't talk. You come onto my show. You try to take all the airtime. You try to get me an I got you moment and didn't let me respond and said, "Oh, I told you." Like a crazy person who's suffering from Alzheimer's.
Wow. Throw them out there, David. Come up with the 10 best insults you can to defend
No, but it's
yourself
like
from
that's
something
the
you didn't
truth.
know.
It's like, yo, I
You know
can't even
what?
respond.
You know what, David? You know what? Let me give you a great response before your presidential campaign, which JD Vance has learned. I didn't know that. Interesting. That's an interesting piece of information.
Hold on.
Let me fact check that
No.
in.
We're not
Instead of-
playing that.
Instead of
If
you're
there was
calling me,
actually-
you set me up.
If I've literally given you, when I was allowed to speak, I've given you the answers. I said Reagan and the United States administration went ahead and sent off military equipment, funded military equipment towards that region. You didn't let me speak. You just jumped. And said,
That's
yeah,
what I
as soon as-
wasn't
no,
talking about.
hold on.
sending military-
Replay the tapes.
Landy said it right.
As
We
soon as
fuck
I
with US
said,
ships, we
as
fucking
soon as
sink
I
you.
said Trump was the only one that had the balls to go into Iran and just absolutely destroy them, said, "See, you're wrong," and then you didn't let me speak.
Well, it is wrong.
No, but you didn't
we
let me
actually
speak.
didn't just.
You didn't let me
David,
speak
we
or
didn't
come
just-
back or say
we
anything.
didn't-
You
this
went
has
on for
nothing to
10
do
minutes
with us
like an old person sitting on a bench talking about
This
somebody
had-
who you played in dominoes in
This had nothing to do-
1946.
You know what? I'm gonna save my next question for you, David. Forget it. You know,
God damn it,
I'm not
man.
gonna even ask you where.
Let
I'm
a
not gonna even
motherfucker
ask you where
speak.
chess came from.
If I and personally, if I
Um,
didn't know something, I'm okay. I'm humble enough to say, you know what, I didn't know. But this is something
You
that I
didn't
learned
know.
in
You
school.
didn't know. We didn't send Iraq weapons. That's not the point. We sunk their navy. It wasn't weapons.
I
to
said
get
Iraq. Who
They
said
blew up
Iran?
our
What
ship.
are you talking about?
I said we didn't. The point isn't we sent Iraq
Oh,
weapons.
now it's
we
not the
sunk
point,
their
though.
navy. overnight.
Barack
That was not the point.
Hussein
We sunk
Obama
their
and
navy
sleepy Joe
overnight.
Biden rebuilt Iran.
I
They
don't
made
know.
Iran great
I learned in
again.
school-
They did.
Okay, the subjects
did.
that I really
They
love
did.
history. Okay, I love history. The things and by the way,
Okay, great.
I was
You want more
I was
history
what?
And they
questions?
stole the election in 2020. And now you
First
have the
of all,
evidence
first of all, when this was all happening, I
for
was
an election
6,
interference.
Okay? I think I was 6 or 5. Or I might have been swimming in my dad's nutsacks, okay? God rest his soul. Okay. Yeah, you were chilling and watching these events, okay? Anyway, in school, I did learn about the conflict, okay? Because it
Yeah.
leads into what happened in the Middle East in general. So you sitting here not letting me speak and trying to get a
Actually-
gotcha moment like you're a CNN Democrat participant is whack.
It's sadly nothing to do with being a Democrat. or a
No, it is.
Republican.
It's
has to
their
do with
it's the
knowing
tactics
history.
that Democrats use. Oh, I got you.
No.
Got me on what? I don't even.
To be
I
honest,
honestly,
if
just
I
feel
can
like-
be, if I
I
can
actually
be,
felt like
if I
Scott-
can be,
I feel like
if
Scott
I
Jennings
could be
sitting
really-
in on
if
a
I
CNN
could be,
panel.
wow, if you could get off your defense mode, if I could be clear, I've heard no Democrats, no CNN, no analysts actually make this point. They make the point that Trump didn't know what he was doing when he went into this war. He went recklessly in. If they knew history, they would know he did.
This is the first time that
More importantly,
this is the
CNN
first
is
more
time we've gone in.
importantly, more
fake news, folks.
importantly, his defense.
This is the first time we've
department.
really gone into Iran.
If
First president to ever do it.
If David, let me fucking finish a thought. I'm
Oh,
trying to.
you
tell
Greatest
you.
president,
oh,
in fact.
This
oh,
is
are you
where-
getting frustrated?
This is where,
Are you getting frustrated like I
this
get
is where-
frustrated where I
I'm
can't
actually,
speak?
I'm not frustrated. I just think you're kind of like you said something. I'm actually kind of backing it up.
Your favorite president,
The fact
Rob,
Backing
is-
what up?
is
You didn't
going to
even know that
flatten
there would be
Iran.
supplied weapons.
and there's nothing you can say that'll
What I'm
stop it.
saying is, David, you're not wrong that CNN does this. You're wrong that I'm doing what CNN does, because CNN literally doesn't know their history either. They don't know that the reason why none of this is a shock to our military is because they've spent 40 years game planning for how Iran would react, which they did 40 years
I
ago.
literally
What
told
is
you
it,
this on your own
1988?
show and on my show. I've been saying that the military, when you were crying on this show,
I
I
wasn't
literally
crying.
said,
I
play back
wasn't-
the show. I said, the military has been studying and doing simulations on Iran for decades. I told you this.
Of course they have.
You were
And what
crying
you
about,
need to
oh my
understand
God,
is,
why isn't Trump going through? What is this MOU? Why are we doing
because
this?
I think they made a strategic mistake
No.
in
You're
how
wrong.
What are you
Iran
talking
operates.
about?
Iran's playing. I think we thought if we cut off the head of the snake and decimated their entire military and threatened their infrastructure, that they would collapse. And they didn't, because they had put in place from 1988
Oh my God.
mechanisms
Rob,
that
this is
operated
not,
without
this
a
is
command.
not
Hold
the
on.
hill you want to die
Landy,
on, because
that
it's
operated
so,
without a command and
so
control
wrong.
center.
I'm telling
They
you,
operated
this
without a command and
is
control
a
center.
Democrat coming out of
They had
Rob. This is a
autonomous
Democrat coming
abilities
out
to
of Rob.
react.
man.
There's no Democrat.
This is-
They had ability to react without having a central command. They were able to have things autonomously do what they do.
We've
and
known
all
this
they
for
needed to do was
since
take
they
out
built
disrupt-
out their regime. We've known this. This is not news to anyone. It's not
Hey.
like Trump and the administration didn't know or understand this or account for it. They literally,
I think
from
they
day one,
thought
you
they
want to
would-
know why I was so
Who
confident
put in
that I
the
was going to
fucking
be right?
regime in Iran? Landy, I'll give you the mic after this, but who put in the regime into Iran?
What?
47 years ago, who ushered in this
Who
new
backed
regime?
them? Who backed them financially?
Go ahead. Let's see if you know your history. Since you're a historical professor at
I mean,
some
I can
university,
give
go ahead.
Landy's answer. It's going to be Britain.
It was right out of London, straight out of the streets of London.
Would you call that the West ushered in this regime?
Yes.
Yes, right? I know,
Yeah,
Rob.
I would.
I know it's
actually, yeah.
crazy to learn
I
this
would.
right on the breakdown, episode 749.
You know, actually, I didn't learn on the breakdown. I answered your fucking question with Britain. That's not actually news to me.
Do you think it was
The
just
West,
Britain?
actually.
Because the United States was a part of that also.
I don't know the degree we were, but I'm not going to be shocked that we were. I know Britain was like largely came out of Europe.
No,
and
big
England.
time
I mean,
Europe,
that was,
But
it was
also the
London.
United States participated.
London.
Nobody
It was-
stopped it.
Yeah, well,
We created the problem. The West created the problem.
I agree. We create most
Okay.
of our own problems.
And Saudi Arabia is like shake and bake, and we helped because they literally helped lead
Right.
to the downfall of the Shah because they undercut
Right.
the Shah when it came to oil prices, which caused him to not
Right.
be able to actually keep pace with the spending on and modernization that he was doing within the country,
Right.
which disaffected a bunch of people. But this all really started with the Muslim Brotherhood, stood up by the British. All right. So we know where this
Yeah, I
originated.
agree.
It was to have a boogeyman so that you can keep perpetual wars going and keep the war machine funding
Yep.
going.
Yeah.
All right.
So
yep. And we were part of that. Yes.
and yes,
Because our own, as
we
Dwight
also did the
Eisenhower
shake and
said,
bake and
the
we helped.
perpetual.
But who was
industrial
trying to
military
back the
complex.
Shah the entire time, even during the revolution? It was still the United States. So here's the biggest problem with
Why
this
did we
entire
create these
conversation.
refineries? What was the reason for that?
Well, we were the ones that were invested. It was BP that originally got in there and invested, and then the United States tried to get in and invest. But this is
No, but
a
there was a
British
reason.
problem
Remember,
that is now an
Landy,
American problem.
Landy, you remember? I don't know. It happened in the 70s. It happened in the 70s. Rob, you remember this? Where we stopped, where Iran said if we continue to support Israel, what happens?
Well, in the 70s,
Some-
it was Shah was in power until 79.
OPEC did something. What did they do?
Yeah, it wasn't about. It had nothing to do with Israel.
It
And
did. They
with
said if you
and
Israel-
Neil, you're referring to 1976
Correct.
when the Saudis basically said, "Look, we can't keep prices high on oil. We are literally destroying the
Yeah.
world economy," and the Shah's regime did
No,
not
hold
agree
on,
with
hold
it because they cannot pump oil at a low enough cost that could compete with Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia walked away from that meeting and said, "We're doing it because we need to."
And
It was a self-interested move.
OPEC.
And they
I'll
basically
help you
helped
right now.
usher in the downfall of the Shah in conjunction
Right.
with London. There's a straight through line in financing and political support from London all the way to the mullahs. Right, they're in the Iranian regime, which is one of the reasons
Right.
why they've ran cover, allowed them to live in their country, allowed them to bank in their country, allowed them to have their children get educated in the UK. This is a problem that is old and been perpetuated by our supposed allies,
Yeah.
and it's what led to GWAT in the first place. So thanks, Britain, because there's a lot of
Yeah.
good people that we lost in what became a perpetual never-ending war. This
Yeah.
is not that. And
Are you
here's-
ready?
I think
No,
you're
guys, I
right.
just wanna- I just-
And-
Hold on. This is what I'm talking about. 73, 74, you were around, Rob. OPEC, okay? After the U.S. provided military support to Israel during Yom Kippur, the Yom Kippur War, those Arab producers cut oil production and embargoed exports to U.S. and several other countries that supported Israel. That resulted in soaring oil prices, gas shortages, and long lines at gas stations across America.
Yes, and the Saudis were the
All
one
right,
that
David.
broke it.
David, yeah. David, thanks.
You're welcome.
Put your
You're
AI
welcome.
thing aside. You
No,
know
no,
what?
I'm
If
just
you
like
want- you know what?
it's
You
easy.
want-
Just
you
I'm
know what?
using
You know what?
things that you
know
have
what?
access to.
You
And
know
it's
what?
free.
If you want to test your own intelligence here, challenge your little AI and say, "Yeah, but seems like that wasn't the real reason the Saudis did what they did," and it'll be, "Oh, interesting point. You're right," which Landy's actually making.
Okay.
I understand what happened during the war. Oh, I don't think, Landy, OPEC was an attempt to actually undercut Iran. I think that was a result of it. I agree
No.
with you about-
At the
about Britain.
OPEC meeting, you can go back and you can read all the transcripts from the meeting. The Saudis walked away from that meeting. It was a very contentious one, and basically said we cannot continue on this path because we are destroying the global economy.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
you
I
know
agree.
what's going to happen, because they already knew that what'll happen is you're just going to encourage these other nations to do oil exploration and not need us anymore. That was his point.
Right.
All right. So
It
what
was
they started to
it
do,
was self-survival.
but what they
for their
started to
economy.
do is they started to pump oil at a much cheaper cost, deal with the United States. They worked out a deal to bring oil prices down. This ultimately led to the fall of Iran and the Shah's regime.
Yeah.
And what I'm talking
Yeah.
about is cause and effect. But the reason why the Iranian regime is what it is today is because of the financiers in London. The whole fucking point. You could draw a through line straight to them. Right now, they have no support. For the first time in a very long time, the UK is considering, hasn't done, but is considering naming the IRGC a terrorist organization. Why are they only considering it now? Because we are flattening the shit out of them. And every time we do, their energy costs go through the roof as Brent takes off to the moon,
Mhm.
and we're insulated here in the United States. Be thankful that Trump built out the infrastructure here to become the #1 oil producer, because we'd be sitting in a very bad position if we didn't have that. Be thankful that he took out Venezuela and has been working with oil and gas exploration and rebuilding down there through the companies in the United States to actually help them rebuild infrastructure there and then import it to the United States for refinement. All right. Be thankful that we have this guy in office who has actually been taking these steps to actually correct wrongs that were done to the American people and have had an outsized effect, not just on the economy here, but actually led to GWAT in the fucking first place, where there was a ton of good men and women that lost their lives in a
That's-
perpetual war that never needed to be fought because of stupid decisions made back in the 70s and 80s.
All right,
And
guys.
this
I just
problem
wanna cut
should
in
have been
real quick.
handled.
I want to cut in and
Landy,
just
let me
say
just point out, Landy.
I just wanna cut in real quick and
He's
say-
wound up. It's good. It's
1979 after Iran-
in one sentence.
Jesus fucking Christ. You know what? Iran declared an oil embargo against the United States and halted all trade with the US. So anyway, just wanted to get that in because I know I won't get that in with Rob. It's 3:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't worry, guys. My blood pressure didn't raise.
Wow.
But we got to worry about Rob over here. I want to thank, obviously, TikTok is in this right now. I'm looking at TikTok. They are absolutely.
You want to ask Gemini or
the
Claude
people
or
have
anything
tuned
to
in
help you here?
for this. No, I don't need that. I was just letting you know because I know you hate facts.
That's
You're
good
based
stuff,
on
man.
emotional. You know, Democrats, they're mostly emotional
okay, thanks,
human beings,
Landy.
and it's okay. Listen,
Landy,
I have a
we
lot
didn't know
of.
that. We didn't. You know,
I keep on saying. I kept saying this, and
You know
everybody
what,
keeps
David?
on rebutting it, saying
Democrat
no.
thing is wearing thin. It's wearing thin. It's wearing thin.
I'm not the only one who's saying it. Look at the
You think
chat.
thin. You're Democrat.
I ain't the only
But-
one who's saying it.
Yeah. Well, it's an easy.
Anyway.
It's a convenient. And
Thank you,
Landy,
guys.
I will credit to
Landy,
Landy
thank
for
you
making
very
an
much.
extra point.
Landy has a show tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can tune into Rob Nelson yelling on Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay.
Wow.
So tune into that where he lets Landy talk on his show, but he won't let me talk on Wednesday. So see us then as he just talks about things and sticking things up asses and stuff. I don't know what the fuck. Last show I came on, I had no idea where the fuck I was. I thought I fucking entered the wrong channel. How about that? Thank you
Wow.
guys.
Were
I
you
hope
in
you have a
Alice in
fucking
Wonderland?
wonderful weekend. It was lovely to talk politics.
I want to
Same.
thank you, David, for entertaining my
Out
horrible.
my country, bye Landy, and definitely good riddance to you. Hello, and I'm back. God damn it, man. Shout out to Landy. Shout out to Rob Nelson. And we'll be right back after this. God damn it, my phone keeps falling. To end the show, we'll be right back after this commercial break. Shout out to Midnight. Shout out to Poly Market. Shout out to Cake Wallet. We'll be right back.
What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh, wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy to use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto. Welcome back to the show. I want to thank everybody on TikTok. TikTok, you came out. You really came out, okay? Much love to TikTok. You really came out to represent. I've always had a huge audience on TikTok. It only gets bigger. We finally were able to talk to the TikTok staff. They now know that the ads that are played are original content that comes from our team and from our sponsors. So thank you, TikTok team. I appreciate it. I'm also speaking with TikTok, and we're going to go ahead and do even bigger things, and that's fucking great also. Appreciate that. I really do. Shout out to X, formerly known as Twitter. I appreciate everybody that follows me on there. It's only going to get bigger here, right? We talk crypto, we talk politics, we talk AI, we talk about the latest trending news. And we will continue to do so. And I will continue to bring on guests, and we will have a great fucking time, okay? Unfiltered, no holds bars conversations, okay? Look, I'm a Republican. I voted for Trump. I think I'm MAGA, I guess, okay? But I like to call it for what it is. I love 90 to 95% of the things that Trump does, but there are things I don't like. And that's okay. That doesn't mean I'm panicking. I'm just like looking at the things that are being done and just saying, hey, this could be done better. But who am I? I'm just sitting in this chair and I'm looking and I'm watching, observing and talking. That's all. I might be somebody who runs for office. I don't know. I've been talking about it and I'm not joking. Maybe one day. Maybe just one day. I'm an American first. I want to see America be great again. Like, I want our people, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, to be taken care of. Okay? I want our country to be the focus. That's it. Bottom line. Bottom line. And I'm real about it. Our country should always come first. Respectfully, we have partners and we have allies. That's great. We need to take care of our own people. We need to, like I always say, we need to take care of our veterans. They need better coverage and they need better jobs. Like, we need to focus on us. We need to focus on the homeless situation we have in America. We need to focus on, why do we have 42 million people on SNAP benefits when we are the greatest country in the world? These things need to be fixed, and they're not fixed overnight. They're not fixed overnight. It could take a decade to get fixed, but we need to start going in the right direction. That's all. More private sector jobs versus more government jobs. These are things that are normal conversation. These are normal conversations. We should be championing our innovators, our entrepreneurs, not smacking them on the wrist, but incentivizing them to build and to continue to build, because that means more jobs. That means that America continues to be successful. We shouldn't push them away. That's why I'm big on crypto. We pushed people away. Our greatest innovators now live outside of the United States of America because they could not operate here. Yet we want to call ourselves the crypto capital of the world when we're not. We are not the crypto capital of the world. Not yet. If we can't get our elected officials to sign the Clarity Act, how can we say and look into these cameras and say that we are the crypto capital of the world? We're not. There are better places to go to build. And everybody knows that. So yeah, man, this is not about party affiliation. At the end of the day, it's about make America great. Just and Trump's trying. I really do believe that. And I believe the administration is trying to do that. We need to have we can't be the United States of America when we're not united. We are so divided. And the politicians in office have to work for us, not for big pharma, not for special interests, for us. When they get into office, they work for us, we the people, not for anybody else. And if you can't agree with that, you can't agree with the message that I just pushed to you, then I don't know, man. Then we're fucked. Anyway, shout out to everybody tuning in. I hope you guys have a wonderful fucking weekend. It's Friday, July 17th. It's 3:26 p.m. on my side. Guys, stop chasing all over the chains, man. If you don't got money and you got to take money out of your memes or your assets to go ahead and go into other assets on other chains, and you're all, stop, pause for a second, sit back and relax. Stop chasing. Let winners let shit come to them. That's why I'm saying front run the market. Let it come to you. Let the ball, and like in baseball, let the ball come to you so you can hit that. You can hit that ball for a single, double, triple homer, man. Like, let the ball come to you. Stop chasing. That's why you're losing. Because you keep chasing, you're losing. Stop. Anyway, I'll see you back on Monday. We'll have Leonidas on Monday. So we'll talk about doggone Bitcoin. We got more guests coming in this week. And next week, we'll chop it up. We'll have some fun. Okay? And I'm patiently waiting. I'm patiently waiting to figure out, as I continue to jot down and figure out how to make the movement perfect. So, bottom line, those who had the same energy on day one that no longer have it anymore, they're chart watchers, and I don't care for them. I care about people that want to be a part of the next Wall Street Bets type of movement, who want to be the catalysts. Okay, because we, the people, are the catalyst for everything. Not your KOL, not your influencer. We, the people, are the catalyst. On that note, I'm out.